Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boy Jack here at the Irish Hotspur, here to deliver you that watch along, everybody. Let's get it going. Let's get it started. You can see the lineups right next to me, everybody. You can see the lineups right below me as well. You can also see the scoreboard above. Please smash that like button while you're in here. We are going to be joined by David later, and as well as Sean. He's going to be joining us. I guess he wasn't able to make the Liverpool game. He's missing out on a really big one, and I know he wanted to be there, but he is kind enough to join us today. And then we're going to have Dave as well as always. And then surprise guest Nick is going to be joining us at halftime and full time, everybody. So really don't go anywhere else. You are going to enjoy this watch along today. But as we can see, the Spurs lineup there, everybody, it is actually an odd one. And we knew it was going to be a tricky one with what Conte was going to go for. We see the likes of Eric Dyer, Longley, and Ben Davies as the back three. We knew that that was going to be kind of, his go-to. It seems like Sanchez isn't really trusted anymore. Emerson, as well as Sassignon as the wing backs. That kind of made me think he was probably going to use maybe Kulusevski up top or something, but no, he's decided to maybe go with some sort of maybe striker combination of maybe Perisic and Kane with a midfield three of Højbjerg, Basuma, and Bentancur there. I actually think with what maybe he has available to him, this is an interesting one. I actually forgot to take a look at the bench, everybody. So let me know actually in the comments when I get there what's on the bench and what's available to him. Of course, we knew that Hill was available, and I'm pretty sure probably Kulusevski is on that bench. So those are probably the two attacking options that he could bring on, I'm assuming. I think Lucas Moura, if he's been left out of this game, it probably then means that he's probably just not available really to start today, unless I'm wrong, but foolishly did not actually look at the bench. When we take a look at Liverpool there, Alisson out in goals. We have Trent Alexander-Arnold used in this one. Definitely someone to probably target, and certainly maybe Sassignon coming up against him isn't really, the best sort of option. We would love to have Sonny, attacking down that left-hand side or of ours as well as Liverpool's right. But it is going to be probably an easier day for Trent, let's say. Konate is joining Van Dijk. Is he coming back from injury? I'm not sure, but I haven't seen him feature too much this season, unless I'm just mistaken there. Andy Robertson, of course, left back. Fabinho, Elliott, and Alcantara as the midfield. No Henderson in this one. Perhaps still maybe feeling some sort of injury of some kind. I'm not really sure there. Firmino, who has been playing actually a lot better recently and has actually been kind of, I think, sort of the catalyst for some of their attacks and is, I think, quite good on the ball, especially against Spurs. He is quite good. But we have Firmino through the middle as maybe the number 10 to link the midfield and the attack. And then you have Mo Salah and Darwin Nunez up top. So definitely an interesting one here. I think probably the way it might look is that Nunez might play kind of as an inside sort of forward. Firmino mostly through the middle. Salah playing kind of out wide, also sort of playing as an inside forward with kind of Fabinho and maybe Thiago sort of kind of taking up the midfield with, I think, maybe Harvey Elliott, then maybe taking up more of a free role. But let me know, everybody, what you thought of my kind of analysis going into this one. But let's get it going, everybody. Let's see what you guys have to say headed into this game. Just bringing up the chat here now. T.O. Isaac in the house. Always good to see you, T.O. We got Seagal saying one goalkeeper, 9 defensive players, 1 striker. Come on, you Spurs. It's pretty much what we've been kind of put into. It's sort of the situation we find ourselves in, unless he really wants to throw Messi in, unless he wants to make some real drastic changes, and also perhaps even risk Kulusevski. I think that's what he's, decided to go with here, Seagal. Big up, Mark. Injuries are absolutely killing us. That's sort of my explanation there. Seagal saying only good thing is Kulu back on for the second half. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you second half Spurs. I'll see you in the second half. Seagal. Brian Dempsey in the house. Have we got a reserve team or a youth setup? We certainly do, Brian, but I don't think Conte is feeling like he's going to use it in a Liverpool game like this, my man. Big up for Charleston. Good to see you in the house. He says, hello, everybody. I think it'll be 2-1 Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. That was my prediction as well. AIC's in the house, or LC's in the house. Good to see you saying, now this is hype music. Love that. Totally, Lemon. Good to see you. Really appreciate your support, my man. Dan Coy, so good that I can't be there today. Feeling really ill, but at least I've got the watch along and hoping for a Spurs win to help brighten my spirits. Dan, perfectly okay. Perhaps, you're just feeling a bit ill after that really, really stressful watch along and really just stressful game against Marseille. I think a lot of us are feeling probably like we're maybe running on fumes, running on adrenaline at this stage, Dan. So I think it's the season as well, my man. But really appreciate you tuning in as always. And sorry you can't be there today. I bet that'd be an epic game to go to, brother. Daniel Larson is in the house. Have to win today and show some winning mentality from the players to beat a big team. Absolutely. Big up. Killian Gubens is in the house as well. No Doherty in this one, but perhaps can be used off the bench, my man. Jack Goff is in the house. Very defensive lineup. Not going to lie. I won't expect a great game from us. Maybe a scrappy draw. We ain't winning, that's for sure. It certainly is a scrappy sort of lineup, and it is a scrappy formation that we've gone for. But maybe this midfield can step up a bit more, get some goals from Hoiberg and Bentancur, but it is going to be an ugly one from what I can tell. Jack, I just hope we don't really just continue to give them the ball back and just hide in a shell, even though it is going to be a bit of an ugly game, even though it isn't going to really be the most free flowing attack. I do hope that we don't make the same mistakes of continuing to give the ball away to the opposition and just giving them more opportunities to attack our back line. Big up though, Jack. Tequila's in the house, racing to beat Dave and Sean back. I love that. I win. Think they get a glass of water. They need to, do their thing. Because honestly, especially Davo Tequila, he goes on an absolute mission on these match days. The man is just nonstop. He needs to take a chill break just to eat something. I think. Big up Tequila. Mojo Matsu's in the house. It's game day. Big up Mojo. We also have Ricky Nato in the house. I have the Budweiser chill, but no Doherty, says Killian Goodwins. Oh, I'm sorry, my man. That's absolutely, especially chilled as well. Ricky Nato, evening brothers. Come on, new Spurs. Phil is in the house. Big up to everyone. It's set up for a Kulu winner today. Set pieces will be a major factor today. 9 goals from set pieces this season. Certainly, if we were to score in the first half, I could definitely put money on probably it coming through a set piece, then maybe it coming from open play if we're going to score in that first half. There, Phil. But we only show up in the second halves anyway in games, right? So might as well just bring on Kulusevski in the second half. No reason to risk him in the first because we never show up in the first. But big up, Phil. Good to see you in here, my man. Darren Kilbane as well. How bad is our defense? We need big moves in January. Certainly do. And he's given up on Sanchez entirely, Darren, which shows that we just need to move him on. If he's not willing to play Sanchez as the backup to Romero as that right-sided center back, just shows that I think Sanchez is done. Perisic is an attacking mid. I'm not sure. Maybe, potentially. He's just played slightly behind Kane. I don't know. I think he's probably just playing basically alongside Kane in shape or form. But your guess is as good as mine. I guess we'll find out. Royale hat trick inbound. Love that, Ben Royley. Hashtag save Emerson. Big up Wisdom. Good to see you in the chat as well. Big up. Won't say it, but appreciate the username. Big up Frank Last. Third cold one. I wish was on the third cold one, Frank. It's a little early, so I might have to just get started pretty soon. But big up, my man. Got Sendile in the house. Emerson game changer, Royale hat trick. Certainly, we're going to be relying on Sessignon and Emerson to be an attacking outlet for us. And who knows? They're going to have to put in a worldie. Big up, Leighton Evelyn. Good to see you in the house as well, my man. Daniel Sandoval, one love to all. Let's get the win today, 2-1. Big up, Daniel, you absolute legend. We also got El Jefe. What formation is this? I have no idea, my man. It's just what I have on screen here. We got Paul as well in the house. Spurs is that little warrior who can't lift his shield, but swift with the sword and good spear aim. Interesting analysis. I'm going to have to think about that later there, Paul. I don't know how to respond to that, to those sort of warrior metaphors. Big up, Kieran. 9 at the back, 1 in attack. Should be a fun first half, definitely. And it sounds just right, when you sing that out loud. Kieran, big up, my man. Rum Scully, where's Spence? Not even on the bench. I haven't even taken a look at the bench, foolishly, Rum Scully, but that's a shame, actually. I feel like there should be no reason why he's not on the bench. Again, probably just really speaks to how little Conte rates the guy, especially with how low we are with numbers and with players right now. The fact that Spence was actually left out of the bench just further worry signs. Gotcha, Dave. We're going to bring Dave in just a second here, but I got to speak to Wolf Mauler because he says I need a lovely Tottenham win for my birthday. Everybody, wish Wolf Mauler a happy birthday. Absolute legend, long time OG of the Harris Army as well. Has been here, I think, longer than I even think around here. I could say so. Wolf, from me to you, happy birthday. And if you're still out in the home state where I'm originally from, Wolf, really enjoy yourself. I know it's a nice and early one as well, and I bet it's nice and beautiful out there for you. But big yourself up, Bueno. You absolute legend. Everybody, I demand it. It's my only request today. Smash that like button and wish Wolf Mauler a happy birthday. He's a good man. Big up, Wemberley. Good morning to you, Jack. It'll be interesting to see how some of our players adapt to being asked to carry out different roles from those that they are used to. Interesting thought they put there, Wemberley, because I feel like with this lineup, with what we have available to us, certainly somebody is going to have to help out Harry Kane here. And I don't think it can be like other games where Bentancur, Basuma, and Hoiberg are all just kind of just sitting in a shell and nobody's really willing to make that run forward. No one's willing to make that sort of Viking run as we've seen the likes of Hoiberg do in the past. But it is going to be, a requirement of certain players to sort of maybe step out of their comfort zone, to maybe make those sort of unselfish runs, to make those sort of, brave attacks, even if they don't have the confidence to do so. Sessegnon and Emerson also as well certainly are going to have to step up and be more of an attacking threat. Especially, I think Emerson and Sessegnon maybe both have slight, sort of a pace kind of threat in behind. Since we don't have Sonny at all, we're going to need somebody to help out Harry Kane with some unselfish runs in behind to test that back line, also to push back those fullbacks. So completely agree with you there, Wembley. A lot is going to be asked of these players, and they're going to have to adapt and not, just be comfortable in their sort of basic roles or basic instructions. They might have to do that a little bit more. Totally agree with you. But Davo, have you in here. The people can see you. The Harris Army can see you, and they can hear you. Thoughts on the lineup? Maybe thoughts on, maybe what you want to say right away here, Dave?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they could see me, if that makes a difference or not. Half of them think I'm ugly anyway, so they probably don't want to see me, Jack. First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who wished me well for my birthday on Friday. Really appreciate it. I got a lot, not an awful lot, so I really appreciate it. Second of all, big up Wolf Mauler. Hopefully you have a good birthday, my man. Hopefully you enjoy yourself. But today is the day Emerson scores, Jack. I have a feeling Emerson will score today. He started at right wing back.
Came to you in a
Hopefully
dream.
it's a prophet that's come down and spoke to me and said, Dave, we want to make you look intelligent instead of like a dum-dum. But you know what, Jack? I'm optimistic going into today's game. I like it when everything's stacked against us. You've got all the injuries. You've got Liverpool wanting to make a comeback. And all the stats are against us. We go in at halftime the last 4 games losing. We haven't scored in the first half in the last 6 games, coupled by all the injuries we have up front. Everything is absolutely against us, and this is where Tottenham thrive. This is where you can never, ever, ever write Tottenham off. Sometimes we produce the unexpected, and we're at home, and hopefully today is one of them days. Results have gone our way. Chelsea losing points. Man United dropping points. I know people are worried about Newcastle, but people are worried about West Ham, and they end up falling out. And I think unless Newcastle do some more business in January transfer window, which, okay, they have the capabilities of doing, I'm not sure they'll stay there. But today, for me, is essentially knocking Liverpool out of the top 4 race. So let's go and get the job done. If we win today, we'll put ourselves 13 points clear. But, Jack, I like the lineup. I think Hugo Lloris has been okay. I think he's been okay the last couple of games. I think he's been fine. I think Emerson came on, had a massive impact against Marseille, defensively and going forward. Also had a massive game at Anfield last season. So for me, I think I'm happy with that. Left-hand side, I'm a bit worried about. I think Ben Davies and Session would do well against Salah defensively, but when we get the ball, how much can they progress that ball down that side, knowing Trent Alexander-Arnold is Liverpool's weakest area? I think we're going to have problems there. I like the midfield. I like the fact that Bissouma has a point to prove. Højbjerg and Bentancur with Bissouma there, it should allow them to affect the play defensively, which going after the ball, hunting it back, which we know Bentancur is absolutely phenomenal at, and Højbjerg getting forward, where he's had his most productive goals this season. And Sean actually reminded me in the pre-match pump-up on We Are Tottenham TV that Højbjerg could be in for a goal here today, Jack. Zinedine Salzburg, because he scored against Liverpool when the Winks went to high five and when we were 3-0 down. He also hit the post against them last season. So he comes close against Liverpool. So maybe it's not all relying on the game today. But what I like most about what I really like most about the selection is that he's gone with Perisic up front with Kane. Now, I said over the last few weeks, I would like to see someone has that. I think is that me?
Yeah, you just have to mute it. Sorry, Dave.
Sorry. Yeah,
no, you just have to mute it yourself.
I was about to blame you guys, but no, it was me. But I like the fact that he's gone with Perisic up top. I mean, the last couple of games I was saying, well, we do have options to go to 3-4-3 if we wanted. You could play Perisic up there. Now, I know he's playing up there in the 2. How much effect can he have with Harry Kane? I'm not sure. But one thing I will say is he'll definitely be able to feed Harry Kane. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah,
I think we're in for an exciting day, Jack.
I hope we're in for an exciting day. That's for sure, Davo. But we do have Shawnee here. Sean, good to have you back. Good to see you. And I thought you were going to be headed to the game. So I mean, explain yourself.
Back.
Explain yourself. This sounds horrible, Sean. Were you actually planning on going to the game?
Yeah, I bought a ticket last night on the ticket exchange, and it didn't turn up in my emails or my wallet until 1:30. And I was
And you have to get there and all
Yeah,
that.
but
Yeah.
I wasn't going to leave my house until I knew that the ticket was there. So I spoke to them and they said, no, we don't do refunds. And, it's well within time. I was like, not if you're coming from Scotland, it isn't. Like, just sort the, like I want a refund. And they said, hey, well, I'm going to do it. Long story short, I'm currently leaving out until I get my refund. And then when I do,
His whole stance has changed. I love it. That's the straw on the camel's back.
yeah, 100%. So, but listen, if I couldn't be there, I'd rather be here.
Yeah,
And
appreciate you still.
it's great to see you guys. Great to see you.
Appreciate you still joining us, Sean. Very, very kind of you. I just want to I don't know how you feel about this lineup right now, Sean, and everybody that's in here, smash that like button. Please keep getting your comments in, everybody, especially, throughout the watch along, because we do try to engage with you guys throughout the watch along. And as well, if you do want to skip the queue, feel free to throw it in as a super chat. It's a great way to support the channel as well. But Sean, a lot of people are saying 9 defenders, 1 attacker. Is that how you sort of feel about this kind of formation? Do you feel like Conte could have done something a bit differently? Where do you stand maybe on this formation? I haven't heard your thoughts yet.
This is the exact formation that I spent all week chewing over. And then in my video yesterday, this is the exact thing I wanted. I wanted to see Sessegnon play left wing back, but I wanted to see Perisic on the pitch because I think that given our issues with creativity and stuff, I think that having him on there is a good chance to get goals from assists. I think that you could then make the argument to go 3-4-3, but if you do that, then Højbjerg and Bentancur could get penned and pinned in and lose the midfield battle against what I thought was going to be Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho, but now it looks like it's Elliot, Fabinho, and Thiago. Still same problem. And so I think that by having, I rested on the idea that by having a Bissouma in on the 6, it can allow those 2 others to get forward and be dangerous. They fly under the radar as a threat. Most teams don't worry about them. They're looking at other people. I think they can get creative, say move a little bit more forward if Bissouma has a good game. I didn't want to see Perisic on the right. I wanted to see him on the pitch. And so when you put all those things into the same cauldron and what pops out is the only solution that came to mind for me was 3-5-2. And it was Kane and Perisic up front. So listen, I don't think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a pretty boring game, Jack. But I think that Tottenham can get a couple of goals from set pieces, maybe. So
I said that in my prediction, Sean, that I don't like the goals have been there in this fixture in the past. There have been a lot of goals in it, but I don't know about this time. Doesn't really give me that sort of vibe that there would be in this case. But I am curious, Sean, about some people are saying this is still very negative though from Conte. Do you feel like he could have done something differently, or is it kind of like before, where his hands are kind of tied behind his back here, and he has a lot of limbs tied behind, not even just hands, as I've said, multiple limbs tied behind his back? Do you feel like again it's kind of harsh on him?
It is what it is. Look, Lucas Moura's been he didn't even train on Friday. He was in agony. He's still got his tendonitis problem. Kulusevski's not ready. Brian Hill hasn't started a game since the Conference League,
and he doesn't really
last season, and isn't good enough. And Conte doesn't trust him. When you put you add A, B, and C, and what do you get? You get D, and D shows you that there's only
so much you can do.
There's only so much you can do. So for me, I think this is the right solution. And look, if we can get into halftime 0-0, if by the grace of God we can be 1-0 up or something like that, then we have options. Even if we're 1-0 down, we can still chase the game. But you can't play Kulusevski. And if Lucas Moura is injured and Brian Hill can't start, then it is what it is. Do what we have. I think it's the best we can make do with. And then hopefully in the second half, at the 60th minute mark, we're still in the game, hopefully in control of the game. And then you put Kulusevski on and let him do his thing, and let's see what happens. But
we only play well in the second half anyway, so no reason to play him in the first.
Exactly.
Do you know what, though? I look, me personally, I don't like the 3-5-2 at Tottenham. I don't think it works. I do think it usually encourages us to sit deeper and deeper. But with what players we had available, I think it's a balanced lineup that gives us a chance to get bodies forward if we can, but also have a lot of bodies back there to maybe stifle Liverpool. And we've got to remember as well, Jurgen Klopp hates the way Conte
they're not a team that likes that.
It's effective. That's why it's effective. He played the 3-5-2 at home last season. We took a result where we actually should have won the game. We went to Anfield last season, again, took a draw where maybe we could have won the game. So I think Jurgen Klopp doesn't like this, and I think Jurgen Klopp could grow frustrated the longer the game goes on, throw more bodies at it, and it might open up some chances for us later on in the game that maybe we can go and take and maybe go and nick this. So I think what I'll say is the lineup gives us balance, and I think it gives us a chance to win the game. In fact, I was actually expecting it to be a lot worse. I was expecting it to be a flat 5-4-1 with just Ollie Skip
You
going in
said,
there.
yeah, you might throw a Skip
four-sided
on instead of
midfielders.
Perisic.
So,
Yeah, you throw
you know,
like Skip behind Kane or something like that. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, I get maybe some people might look at it as a negative, but if Lucas Moura isn't fit here, he may as well be playing with 10 men, same as Kulusevski. So
Yeah.
for me, I think it's a balanced lineup. I think his hands are tied. What more can he do today?
Yeah, yeah. King Hoddle's in the chats. Good to see you, King Hoddle. Haven't seen you in a while. And he says and you missed my Emerson speech the other day, King Hoddle. Didn't see you there for that. And you also missed Kuva showing Emerson a bit of praise. So I don't know where you've been, my man. You know, probably you would have been crying alongside me. Big up, King Hoddle. But he says afternoon. Let's see how the 3-6-1 works. Dark Sun G says we have with the super chat, he says we have more forward options than Liverpool on the bench, which is a great advantage for us. All they have is Henderson, in my opinion. Please, Spurs, let's win today. I thought that was a surprise, them leaving out Henderson, actually, Dark Sun G. Perhaps the injury is still there. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't really trust Henderson in this game, or Harvey Elliott. I guess he wants more. I'm not really sure, but I thought Hendo would be kind of used in this one because they are kind of like lacking leaders. It feels like sometimes in their performances, they're not really all sort of together. And you feel like a guy like Henderson is kind of there for that, but I could be wrong. Maybe he really isn't fully there. James Milner is also missing, Dark Sun G, another sort of leader in that team. So while they may have more technically gifted players, I think in that side, they are missing some of their leaders out there. But with more forward options for us, we have Hill, we have Kulusevski, we have Sonny. I guess Liverpool don't really have as many forward options. Really just shows the injuries that both teams have come under because they're without Jota and Diaz, Sean.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, what was that? The internet cut out. What was the question?
No, all good. I didn't really, it wasn't really a question. I was just kind of just saying, just a statement, really. I was just saying, we actually, Dark Sun G is surprisingly right. Can't believe he's actually right about this, but we do have more forward options actually off the bench in this game than Liverpool because Liverpool are without Jota and Diaz.
Yeah, but I don't think that I think that Kulusevski's not someone. If Harry Kane goes down injured in the 20th minute, I don't know what we do because I think you bring on Brian Hill.
Don't put the blood blinkers on it, man.
No, but I'm saying, but Kulusevski's not ready to play 70 minutes, and Lucas Moura didn't train on Friday, and apparently he was in agony. So, like, we might look as though we've got options, but I don't think we do.
Yeah,
really.
On paper, we do, but really, we don't.
I think you and Dark Sun G raised a good point, though, that maybe Dark Sun G highlighting Henderson not in there, who is a leader. Elliot, be good technician, but you know, he can be physically dominated and maybe might lack a bit of experience in these big games. So
our midfield is better than their midfield today. On paper,
100%.
And on the pitch, Højbjerg, Bentancur, and Bissouma is a better midfield three than Harvey Elliott, Thiago, and Fabinho. No question.
I agree. Big up, Dark Sun G. Big game for you today, my man.
No, Dark Sun G derby.
I really hope so.
That's a massive derby for him. Come on, my man. I bet you're absolutely nervous, but nervous energies can be good energy still, Dark Sun G. Wolf Maller here with a super chat. He says, still out here in your homeland, Jack, the grim and majestic Pacific Northwest. It's a beautiful way to put it. Grim and majestic. Big up, Dave, and the Harris Army, Sean. And come on, you Spurs. Happy birthday from us to you, Wolf, and really enjoy yourself. And I must say, when Spurs deliver a result on top of the birthday, it makes it a very memorable one.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you've had plenty of years lived, and maybe Spurs haven't always delivered on the birthday. So I know you probably have some good coping mechanisms. But Wolf, let's get a good performance at least out of them for you, my man. Big up, Wolf. And that's a beautiful way to describe the Pacific Northwest. I could tell you've been there a while, the way that you just described it that way. Absolute legend. Big up, Wolf.
Big up. Big up, Wolfie. Big up. Hopefully you enjoy yourself, my man. Harry Kane just unzipping the jacket, keeping himself warm, galloping along the fantastic turf at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with the wind flowing through that medium length strength hair he's got. So I'm expecting a big game for him today. He looks
medium
ready.
length.
He looks like he's ready to carry it, Jack.
I think it's still short length. His hair used to be so much longer, Dave, last season.
Yeah, but it's also a bit longer than what it was at the start of the season. So I'd say it's in around the medium there. He's got it spiked today. He's feeling edgy, Jack. You know, when you spike your hair like that across the top, you normally start feeling edgy a little bit on it. So hopefully it happens today. Oh, it's a big game. It is a big game.
Are we on the way?
On,
Not yet.
30 seconds away.
look, can you guys give me like a safe word, Jack? Last time round, you were on top of it. You were like aware that me and Dave were a little bit too nervous and everything, and I ended up having heart palpitations. If you start to see me lose my rag, can you give me a text message and say the word like, I don't know, chamomile tea?
I'll just say
or something
save
like that?
Emerson. I'll just say save
John.
Emerson.
And I'll go and take a 5-minute
losing
breather.
your rag, my man. It's passion, and I like to see that.
I just think
I
it was
like
that
to
sort
see
of
it.
game,
Don't
Sean.
worry
I
about it.
don't imagine that this game will do it to you. I think this game will take a lot out of you. I'm not saying it won't, but I don't
I'm
think
worried
it'll
about
be
my heart, my
nearly.
man.
I don't think it'll
I'm worried
be
about my heart,
nearly
you know?
as horrible.
I really am. The game started where I am. I'm going to press pause.
He's been texting me, apologizing all week about it. Don't worry about it, Sean. I love seeing the passion, brother.
Well, yeah. Listen, I watched the game back. I watched the watch along back, and I just picked
kicked off
3 different parts of the game, and all I heard was me saying "effing this," and it's a fucking disgrace. And I was like, "That's not me. I'm not usually someone who uses the F-bomb all the time. Occasionally when it's
steals the
necessary."
ball in mid. Oh, he's off. Oh, looks like we're looking to get an early breakaway there.
Wait, where are we up to? Where's your link?
safe word is swordfish.
25 seconds.
Swordfish.
I love that. That's hilarious. Big up, DJ. Dark Sun G with a super chat. Next Premier League game versus Leeds will be fun to the last minute. Yeah, they're a team that just makes every game entertaining. And certainly Ted Lasso, being an American, definitely doesn't like the boring games. Dark Sun G, certainly. But I hope we smack him. I really do hope we do. I've been kind of cheering for him on the side, but I do hope we kind of smack him, especially right before we go off for a nice little break. Dark Sun G, and certainly could be more. And you never know. I mean, despite this being probably less of a exciting Liverpool Tottenham game than maybe in years past, you never know. Sometimes the script just goes the opposite way and ends up being something entirely different. Big up Dark Sun G.
Well, we're both teams that like last minute winners, us and Leeds, so you're definitely right. We'll go to the very last kick of the game.
Good point.
Oh, nervous. Oh no, I've just done. I've just cancelled the bollocks.
It's Konate on the ball. Moves it into Trent. Trent back to Konate. Who's that sprinting out in the middle? Perisic. Love to see that. Still after Alisson. Tries to make him go long. Now Harry Kane presses.
Go on the press.
Keep the pressure on. Well
go on
done,
the press.
Tottenham.
Win it back. Nice header. Let's go. Come on, Emerson. Oh,
Emerson couldn't get it under control. Well won by Basuma. Harry
Okay.
Kane out to Konate's mistake. Konate just gets his foot to it. Basuma in there again. Referee.
That was Perisic.
On Perisic. It's irritating. Good start by Tottenham, though.
What we want.
Big up, Carl Simpson. Good to see you in here, my man.
Big up, Carl.
Oh, no. Chance. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. What a save. Made it look pretty dramatic, if we're honest.
Was that Nunez? God, he's got a huge chance of punishing me today because I've really said a lot of horrible things about that guy. Called him worse. Instead of donkey.
Hopefully not.
Oh, Darwin didn't score a goal, so it'd be disgusting.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to cope. My life would be made of misery for the next week.
It's a good effort. It's a good save. It's a really good save.
It's a good save by Hugo, but that's going to be on there all game long in behind Dyer. And they're going to target it because of his pace.
Well done, Harry.
We look at it. We're not looking like we're willing to let them settle on the ball, which is good. Go on, Ben. Go on, Emerson.
Well done, Emo. Well done, Emo.
Good track.
Dave's had a cheeky fiver on Emerson to score a brace today.
People have been saying Emerson hat-trick all day today. That's hilarious.
What we say, Moondog, if you're out there, there's your bet today, my man. Emerson.
Carl Simpson was saying, I'm waiting for an Emerson no-look header.
Yeah.
Go on, Perisic.
I got 60-1 on 2-1 Tottenham with an anytime assist for Perisic. Ooh. So I put a tenner on it.
That's a banker.
Yeah. But it's both have to happen. We have to have a Perisic assist and Tottenham win 2-1.
Big up, Lisa. Good to see you in here, Lisa.
Big up, Lisa. Great to see you.
Lisa, all right.
I like the way we haven't. I know it's only 3 minutes in, but I like the way we haven't let Liverpool try to get into any tempo. I like that. How long can we keep it going? Now that remains to be seen.
What sort of throwing was that?
What
sort of throwing was that, Cess?
Shit. Wake up.
Hell.
Oh my God. Someone take him off throw-ins. Jesus Christ. He thinks it's a competition on how far you can throw it, which isn't very far. Oh,
let's
well
go.
done.
Let's
Come
go.
chest.
Nice.
on, let's do
Nice.
something here.
Look, don't fucking do
Oh,
it.
lovely
well done,
feet.
Basuma.
Lovely
Yes,
feet.
Basuma.
Let's
That's
play
what I want to
someone.
see.
Oh,
Oh,
my
but
God.
come
Oh,
on,
yes.
Who is this?
Take him off. He's a mess. He's a mess already.
Cess is a mess. Messignon, we're going to call him from now on.
Oh, no. Ball in behind Eric Dyer here. Can he
Get
get out?
back on your line, Hugo.
Get that player coming in.
Watch out.
Hey! Over it goes. Over it goes.
Messignon. You're right, Sean. He is an absolute mess. We're in a glorious position there. Messignon. Jesus, he's all over the shot. What footwork by Basuma, though? That was quality.
Yeah, Basuma was lush there.
Bamusa.
That was lovely. I mean, he gave him a hospital pass. He gave Basuma a hospital pass. He did lovely with it. I mean, that's what we want to see from Basuma. But that's good to see him do that in the first minutes. You know, have some nice feet there.
So happy to see Nunes just have a heavy fucking whale of a foot and knock that out into the goal kick.
That was a good
You're
chance
so
for them.
bad.
They had
Oh,
Salah
well
in the
done.
box as well. Højbjerg.
Well done.
Come on,
good enough.
P.
Win it.
Abo! No.
Keep the pressure on, though. Keep them penned in up here. Don't let them do triangles like that. Bentancur telling Emerson to get high. That's it, Emmy. Let's go. Come on, Harry. Bentancur's very clever the way he presses. He's aware there's a pass on to midfield behind him, but the angle he does it at, it's hard to get it. Well done, Saucebar cleans it up.
Time Ben
Dealing with
Davies.
Liverpool's threat.
Nice.
Out to Dyer, moves it into Emerson. Let's go. On the
Fine,
train,
Emerson.
my kid.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, really want to pay it off for Perisic. Trent taking his time. Oh, he
Come
gets
on,
away with
Cess.
it there.
Anticipate, bro.
Come on, Cess, get in there.
Anticipation. Oh, Jesus Christ. You've got to anticipate that, Cess.
Slippul on the attack. Start with Nunes. Can Emerson
Nunez.
stop from cutting in? He
Oh,
cuts in.
no.
He goes to have a shot. It's in.
Oh.
Oh, it's just trickled wide. Got
Nunez
away with
is
that.
he's causing us problems. He's been listening to what I've been saying.
He's just going straight
Nunez.
down on Eric Dyer and Emerson's side all game. It's a clear tactic. He wants to cut in and have a shot. We need to stop him. We need to show him to the byline. That's what we need to do. Show him on the outside where he doesn't want to go. That was close. Is that a corner?
No.
Oh, I thought that was in.
Darwin fucking Nunes. He's been a donkey all fucking season, and yet against Tottenham he comes alive.
It's like Joe Linton. It's
So
like the Joe
Spursy.
Linton.
Just the amount of space we're giving him. Like all day he wants to cut in and have a shot. We're just allowing him to do it.
Joe Linton
Win
was
that.
the same.
Win that. Calm it down.
Well
Calm
done.
it down. Let's go.
Oh, please.
Oh my God.
Ben, you had so many passes in front of you.
We're
So
struggling
many.
down this left-hand
That's
side.
our ball.
That's ours.
It's ours.
It's got to be our ball.
It is. It is. It is.
Good,
Yes,
good,
good.
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 Come on, Cess. Come on,
Spike
Good
Messi.
Aaron
showing.
Klopp
All I'm
effort.
asking for is the basic here. To someone's feet. It's not hard. You've 6 players around.
See Kane. Lovely.
done.
Get there,
Oh,
somebody.
Jesus Christ.
Well done,
Well
Emerson.
done, Emerson.
Oh,
Oh,
Emma,
no,
we got to
wrong
get rid of
option.
it. Oh, lucky.
Bentancur.
Oh,
Oh,
he's done
lovely.
well there.
Kane.
Well done,
Kane
Bentancur.
progresses on to Salzburg. Into Basuma.
Basuma. Nice,
out wide.
Basuma.
Lovely. Ben
Come on,
Davies.
Cess.
get on the
Come on,
outside.
Sass.
Cross it.
Come on,
Take
Ryan.
responsibility.
Oh, fucking
Return
return
to
to
sender.
sender.
Sass. Just
He's
do
got a good
something there,
angle there.
Sass.
Got to do something, bro.
Why are we going backwards?
He's got to whip that in. He's at a good angle. Davies made the overlap to create the angle for him to squeeze it
Oh,
in.
nice,
Let's
Emerson.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a touch. Such a bad
Poor touch.
touch from Perry.
yeah,
Oh,
poor
yellow
card,
foul.
is it?
Not a bad foul. Be careful,
Session's
though.
got to whip that in. You're not going to score goals if you don't ask the question.
Oh,
Good start, though.
Yeah, it's combative. The midfield is ours
Yeah.
at the moment.
Basuma's had a few little tidy bits of play in there.
Yeah, I'm glad he started well. It's
Yeah, me
important.
too.
He's
Yeah.
got a big
Yeah.
game in front of him this evening.
Yeah. This is where the press starts to drop off now.
At least we're defending quite high up.
Yeah.
We're not
Although
sitting
it
too far
does look like the press is dropping a little, which isn't good. There we go, Salzburg. Let's go, Perisic. Go on. He's not the most comfortable on the ball. Press him. Bentancur pushes out. That's it, Emerson.
go.
Get
Nice,
tight.
Emerson.
No.
Slodges it. Harry Kane on the ball.
Look for
Goes
the
to
foul.
go on the outside.
Oh.
Thiago takes it off him.
Beating all day long there.
Got red there. It's okay.
Yeah.
He just got a little. Yeah, I mean, he had to turn forward, but good defending.
Just brilliant pressing by Tottenham. Win that.
Nice, sir.
Get out, get out, get out.
Yeah.
Well done.
Done.
Come on, Spurs.
Great work.
That's
I
insane.
hate Klopp. You know what I hate most about Klopp is the fact that he wears a baseball cap and that ridiculous like puffer hoodie thing that he's got on. If he wore a suit, I'd be like less inclined to hate
He
him.
fits in with the people from Liverpool, though. He fits in with the area he's representing.
Oh, it's good football.
Good try from Perisic.
Højbjerg just doesn't have the pace. He didn't even attempt it either. He's not. He's like, I'm
I
not doing it.
don't even know
No
if
chance.
Usain Bolt would have gotten there. Seagal, welcome to the Flat Cap Army, my man. He's grabbed a membership. Big up, Seagal.
Big up, Seagal. Everyone grab them
Get
fast
there.
show memberships. Come on, have your say after the game. Hugo Lloris cleans it up. Good ball out to Emerson. Use that space. Drive into it, kid.
Nobody forward. They're all offside.
Basuma. Well done.
Well done,
He's doing
Basuma.
exactly what we want him to do. Get on the ball and move it.
he's
tight.
offside.
Ball over the top.
He's offside.
Go on, Benchcore. Go on. Oh.
Yeah,
Goes like that. He's liking
getting
it.
forward. I like that about Bent. He's getting forward. He's playing almost in the 10.
Sean, we were saying earlier on, he does bits of Moussa Dembele about him the last few games.
Yeah. Moussa Benteke. No, that's not even. No, no, I'm not going to use that one. That's wrong.
Bendeme. Bendeme or whatever you call it.
Benteke. we got to work on that nickname. It's not. He hasn't come
Ball in
close.
here.
Oh no.
No, it's a ball. It's Mo Salah.
Oh!
The Afro straight back. He does it again. Oh!
Always Salah as well. It's always Salah.
Always that curly-haired little shit.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, he's even got blonde highlights in it just to piss me off.
Fuck's sake.
It's too easy. Way
came
too
in.
easy.
came in
Long
from
Lane doesn't know
Nunez.
whether to go forward or not. They all pull back.
Classic Spurs fashion. We go down first.
Ball in by Robertson. No one's picking up. It's
That's from Nunez.
Dropped off Salah there momentarily, which gave him the opportunity. It's a good ball in.
Good ball in.
Session comes
great ball in.
across. Just like he sees it, he just doesn't get there.
It's too
quick enough.
easy.
It's well done by Nunez. Nunez actually just holds it up, gives it to Salah.
Oh, that little
Off. 11 minutes in, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't mind. We've been on top of the game. This is the problem. You know, when we're on top, we just concede. It doesn't matter how well we play. It's not even really down to an individual, this one either.
No.
Oh, it's so fucking annoying. Why? Sunday absolutely ruined. Now we're just going to be sit there scared and sit off them now.
God, go for it. I'd rather go 1-0 down in the 10th minute than the 50th, so we can got more time to come back in.
Cheat against these, for fuck's sake.
Take the fucking the shackles off. Well, I don't even know what you do. It's too early. I don't even know right now. I'm not even that unhappy with how we started playing either.
No.
No.
Where was
Davies? Ben
there?
Davies. So much space. Let's go. Come on. I guess this is the consequences of having a slightly higher, defensive line. Is that Tottenham are just no good at protecting it.
Well done. Ref. He's assaulting him. He's assaulting him. Honestly. Need to put an injunction against them. That was assault.
Oh,
3 occasions.
Look at the confidence Liverpool have now. Fucking 8 of their players inside our half. That's fucking annoying.
French just keeps popping that ball in there every single time.
Oh, come on, boys. One of you fight. Win it. Get the
We're
second
back.
ball.
That too. 3 players around them. Just cushion it. Go on, Sesh. Drive now, kid. Drive that free. Can they just do anything without giving me a heart?
Every fucking time,
Get
Salah.
back into this game. Nice and early. Come on, the fuck.
We haven't had a
Dyer
shot
on
on
the
goal.
ball.
We haven't had a shot yet. We've had 30% possession and not had a shot. They've had 71% possession. 3 shots, 2 on target. And a goal.
Oh, good ball by Davies. Brilliant ball. Out to Bentancur. Emerson. Play him. Oh, it's a beautiful ball.
Oh, come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Find something here, mate.
Oh, Harry Kane. Wiggles
Back
a bit.
post! Back post! Yes! Oh, the post! Oh, no! Oh, it's so close!
Yes, Basuma.
go.
Sir! Find
Perisic.
Pierre.
Out
Lovely.
to Højbjerg.
Oh, Pierre.
Oh!
Oh,
Hit. Allison read a
this
shot.
is better.
He read
Come
him.
on, Tottenham. Let's fucking keep this up.
Hit the post!
Oh,
How much woodwork? How much woodwork? We've got more woodwork than a carpenter this season. Jesus Christ!
Oh, Perisic nearly with his first goal for Tottenham. Emerson with the ball
Oh,
into Harry
lovely.
Kane.
A little too much heat on it. Oh, lovely Emerson.
Oh, Kane puts it back up. Kane, go on,
Oh,
win a
sir.
penalty. Keep going. Go on.
Let's go, Tottenham. Let's go. Come on.
Take it down. Ben Davies. This is much better. Let's keep possession. Into midfield. Don't lose it there. Basuma
Nice
back to bench.
Basuma.
Give it back to him.
Sir.
Don't have that much time,
Okay,
son.
that's okay.
Nice.
That's
Ball
okay.
out to
Do
Perisic.
it.
Nice.
Let's go.
Session. Look at Kane. He's offside.
Oh,
Ah,
Come
he's
on,
still
Sess!
Look.
fucking hell. Take him off his shit.
What are you
Even
doing,
Trent- even
Sessignon?
Trent-
Well,
It's so bad, bro.
Even Trent of all people.
Pissing me off, man. So weak.
Sessignon just he didn't give a fuck. What's happened to Kane? His shoulder, his elbow, rather. Got blood pouring down it.
Oh,
Oh,
Perisic.
sliding.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
On the
he is good in the
rebound
air.
and
We
away from the
totally
ball.
forgot about that. He could be a threat in the air.
I didn't even touch it. It was an Allison mistake.
Yeah, Allison.
It's Alisson
Well, I
mistake.
think he
Perisic
Allison
missed it, did he?
he missed
Yeah.
it. Felt like Perisic missed it actually, and then Allison
Yeah, he
stepped
missed
out
it.
of his
Allison,
goal.
it
Let's
came
go!
up-
done.
Oh, fuck you, ref!
Sir!
That's bullshit, ref. That's
Bentancur.
absolute bullshit.
So weak.
He's fallen over.
That's spineless.
Come on,
man.
ref.
That's spineless. What's he been promised? Someone check his bank account.
I mean, Bentancur literally just said to Robbo as well. Like Robbo tried to say something to him, and Bentancur, it's like he literally is just like it's called the weight room. Like he just
It's
Oh,
called you fell over.
I thought we were back in the game there. It's so frustrating.
It's okay though. It's good. Like, listen, you know, it's a long time to go. It is so frustrating. But
So
did Perisic miss the ball?
yeah, he missed
Yeah.
it completely.
So it just hit Allison's hand and it just went AWOL. And then it
Yeah.
let's
Looked
go,
like
that's
Sass.
better.
well done, Sass.
that's
Nice.
better. You're not going to be
Red.
well done. That'll do.
Okay,
That'll do.
smart-
That's better.
smart by
That's
Perisic.
better. More
Turn
of
and
that.
face, Sess. Turn and face. Oh.
More of that.
Oh.
It's going to be a long one. Suma back to Sess.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
fuck off, Lino.
That line on his got to Specsavers. He needs an eye test. If his wife is listening, you know what to get the fucker for Christmas. Get him an eye test.
Fuck, I hate Klopp so much. I'd have him at Tottenham, don't get me wrong, but I hate him so much whilst he's not at Tottenham.
He's one of them. If he's your manager, you absolutely adore the ground he walks on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if he's not your manager, you hate him because he's
Hate
so
him.
good.
But everything about him as well.
But
he's
also
got
because
so
he
many-
has an opinion on everything. That's why everybody hates him.
Yeah,
That's
but he's
the
got
guy
so
who's
many,
just one of
so
those.
many teeth in his mouth as well. Everything about him just like, you know, just he's showing off his teeth because he's got good teeth. He's showing off. Like he's hi.
Oh,
Like
well
he's
bro,
done.
Jurgen.
Well done. Someone help him.
Let's
Oh,
go!
yes! Well
Perisic,
done,
break.
Perisic. Come on,
Use that.
Sess, run!
Use that. Use him.
Play him! Yes,
Good
Sess!
ball to
Get
Sess.
there, lad!
Yes! That was given yesterday. That was given in a game yesterday. You better give that.
De Bruyne
That
as
was
well,
given
yeah, De
yesterday.
Bruyne especially. Also, Sess went down way too easy. I think.
Yeah, that's where it was given. In the City game yesterday, Cancelo got sent off for it. Cancelo literally got sent off for more or less something similar. That's a push in the back. He should push them.
He's pushed him. That's a push. That's
Yeah,
not a shoulder
but-
barge. That is a
was given
push.
yesterday.
That is a
Yeah, that's
push.
just a push with the arm.
just shoved
extends his
him.
arm.
I
You
was
just
literally
shoved
giving
him in the
that-
back.
His arm, yeah. It's not even a
was
shoulder.
That
literally
has
blow.
to be a penalty.
I encourage everybody, if you want to know where I come
Oh,
from
of
with the
course they're not even
inconsistency
looking
of
at it.
VAR,
Of course
I
they're not
encourage
even.
everyone,
Oh, lovely from Pierre.
everyone to look at
Or
the
no,
decision that
Longley. Lovely from
Sean
Longley.
against
How is
Tottenham.
that not even? How do they not even look at it? We're the only team where they don't even look at it as well. We're the
Jack,
only
this is
team
it.
where they
Cancelo
never
got
even
sent off
look
yesterday
at it. They
for
don't
the
even
same thing.
think to look at it. So
Cancelo
ridiculous.
got sent off on a penalty given to Fulham yesterday for
I
the
just
exact
want,
same
but
thing.
every other team, at least they get 2 minutes for them to look at it. We don't even get a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, it's a joke. And it's a clear and obvious
Every other
error.
team gets. Every other team, they would look at that at least.
Oh,
this
now
is-
you're giving a fucking free kick.
Honestly, I can't take this shit bag. Honestly, what's his name? Andy Medley. He's going to be a fucking Medley by the time I'm finished with him.
That's just ridiculous, though, that they don't even look at it.
It's a joke. This referee is. He's got his allegiances. Of course he does.
It wasn't quite as blatant as the one for Cancelo, but that needs a fucking review. That needs more than
look
6
what De
seconds
Bruyne
review.
got the other
He's
day.
done
Look what De
this, he's-
Bruyne got. Look what De Bruyne got.
Yeah. Yeah.
De Bruyne shot his own ankle, and they gave it a pen. Dirkson G saying Liverpool is back. They always get away with fouls. No, that'd been simple as Dirkson G. And it feels like anytime that we even put a hand on them, they're giving a foul, especially that one that Bentancur laid out on Robertson. Immediately, the referee is there to take care of Robertson, give him the benefit of the doubt. Anytime it happens to us, of course. Big up Dirkson G, though. Keep your head in it, though, son. Keep your head in it, my man.
You wonder though, is does the VAR kind of reward teams that try to play in a certain way compared to the way we play? Because when you look at it, like you're right, they all get to stand there for 2, 3, 4 minutes looking at the decisions. Like anytime we show them a bit of muscle, they seem to be getting the decisions going.
Well done, sir.
You better give that. You better. And I just wonder, does VAR reward teams for playing in a certain way? Because it seems like that pisses me off. I mean, there was no real difference between Cancelo's yesterday and that today. Maybe a small bit of a difference, but it's a penalty.
Ribsy even just said if that foul Nunez just gave, then that's a pen.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. Again, Far's fucked me off. Play that. Oh. Come on, Tottenham. There's a goal here for us today.
Longley. Oh, lovely pass.
Skin him. Get another penalty.
We're playing better
Harry.
than them. We're better than these fuckers.
Yeah.
Come on, Harry.
Oh, well done, Kane.
Oh, well done, Harry. Well
Go
done.
on, Sess.
Well done.
Oh,
gotta
Wait
read
a
that.
second, Sess. Just tiny bit of composure. Just wait a second.
Make him go long.
You know what I would love to have happened right there? I would love Perisic to have pushed him in the back. And then when the free kick was given the other way, gone,
nice, Davies.
Yeah. Spot on. Good ball by Salzburg.
Bentancur, turn.
Out to Emerson.
Okay.
Who's that Moroccan outside? Eric Dyer's running outside him.
Emma.
Emerson, nowhere near it. Go on, Basuma. Strike.
Smash
heavy
him.
touch.
No. This better not
Long
stay.
ball.
If this stays in, he's so lucky. Oh, he's such a curly-headed girl.
Well done,
he gets
Emerson.
all the luck, this guy. He gets it all. There's goals here for us. Like, we are creating chances. Just need to take one now. We're by no means out of this. We've got the most points from losing positions as well.
Sue Smith saying one of our players would have to get shot before we got a pen.
Yeah, true. Even that, they wouldn't give you a penalty.
They'd have to look at, where the exit wound was and everything, Sue Smith. I mean, they'd look at the VAR on the bullet trajectory. I mean,
it's actually just a conspiracy at this stage. It just is. I'm sorry, but it's one that adds up.
They should change the letters of VAR to JFK. Joke.
Oh, it's honestly, it's just disgraceful at this point. It's just it's all over the shop. When's this new guy coming in? What's his name? The guy that went out to a referee out in the southeast or whatever, or in the Middle East. He's coming back.
Howard Webb is coming
Graham
back.
Cole, is it? Or Howard Webb,
Webb.
one of the two.
Yeah. Thiago here.
You just want them to be consistency right across the games rather than take it individually like they do and just give whatever decision they feel like giving. So they want Liverpool back in the top 4 race. That's why.
It's a shambles.
Now we're just sitting back and letting them pull our pants down. Fucking get after it like we were. That's it, Perisic. That's it. He's shit on the ball. He's shaky as fuck. Press him every time he touches it.
Hey!
Let's build from here.
Van Scheidt. Let's go.
That was a gift. Let's open. Let's
you
take
throw it back. You
Open
throw
down
it
here.
back to our fucking
Moon boots.
Oh, my God.
Well done.
Cess to Salzburg. Back to Davies. Davies back
What's
inside.
what was the point of doing that fucking 80-yard?
I don't think it was really on though, Sean. It's not like Cess really seemed that open, so it's just Moon Boots like wanting just to.
I don't mind it. I don't mind trying to expand the play, but like,
Get there, Cess.
Go on. Oh, you're too weak. He's being bullied.
Yeah, those
no
guys.
energy,
Oh,
bro.
well done, Pierre.
Oh,
Oh, lovely. Oh, sir.
you better give that to us.
Well done, Pierre. Good work, Pierre. Kane.
Where's he going to go? There's no one near him. Oh, well done. You just know a big parcel is rocking up at his door Monday morning.
Getting angry.
You can't touch them. You can't even breathe on them.
Getting angry with this referee. Getting angry with people in the not the comments in my WhatsApp groups winding me up. Fucking really getting wound up right now.
Win,
John. Swordfish.
Yeah.
Kidding. Save Emerson.
Save Emerson.
Better switch.
Oh, what a
Cess.
touch as well.
What's this? Oh, shoot!
If you're cutting it back, just play him. If you're have a hit.
Just take one more
Oh,
touch
so
further
many
on. You're going to
things,
get
Cess.
taken
So
out.
many
You're going to get
things.
taken
Have a
out,
hit.
Cess.
Just have a
Oh,
hit.
you've got
or
two
play him.
options.
Have a
Shoot
hit
or knock
play
it
him.
by him and get him to take you down.
I just feel like he has to
Delicious
have a
first
hit
touch.
here. Just
Look at
have
that
a
first
hit.
touch.
Oh, he's got Højbjerg there as well. Oh,
Yeah, why
man.
does he come touching inside? Good try though, Cess. Great
We're in
touch,
this
honestly.
game. We are
Great
more
touch.
than in this game. We are
Yeah.
more than in this game.
Just
If the ref, if
We're
You know
getting
what,
him in
like-
behind. We are getting him in behind.
ref had a phone call and said, "Listen, Tottenham are only dangerous from set pieces, so don't give anything, any
Yeah.
time. Do
Yeah.
not give them a free kick, a corner, a penalty,
Get there,
nothing."
Emerson. Lovely son.
I love Basuma.
Like, we haven't been negative today. I think that
I think we've done okay.
I think we're
that
doing
goal
fine.
it's a sucker punch. Oh no, it's a
Nice.
Sucker. We're creating
let's go.
chances. Kane, in
Kane.
behind Perisic.
Oh.
It's the wrong
Come
way
on,
around.
Seth,
You
move
need
it. That's
Cess,
Perisic.
like I feel like
Fucking lazy.
yeah.
It's a corner kick.
Move.
Too much to ask for.
I don't know if I like Perisic being on the end of these fucking like.
No, you'd
Kane-
rather
it's
Kane
the
be
wrong-
on the end of them.
Yeah, I want
He's not bad
Perisic
in
to
the
be.
air. He's not bad in the air, but I agree, Sean. I do agree. Kane is that sort of distributor. I wish Sessio made an effort there, honestly.
Why did he give up there?
Of the two of them, you want Perisic to be dropping deep and connecting, and Kane to be on the end of it.
Yeah.
Because we got a guy who's playing as the forward, as the number 9, who hasn't scored a goal for us.
And that's too
Oh,
easy.
given away by Moon Boots there.
That's too easy. That's just shit. No.
Oh, that's a
Look
bad-
how quickly the ref blows his whistle, though.
it's a bad giveaway by Moon Boots there.
That's shocking. It's a simple cushion header down. There's no pressure on him. It's a simple header.
Clement saying Sessegnon is becoming Deadwood. Ayanami saying Cess positions himself well, but has such terrible end product.
Yeah.
Odogi would be skinning Trent alive right now.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
This is
Udogie
what
would be
my
having a
main
field
problem
day.
with Sessegnon has always been, though. I've said this time and time again with the guy. Going forward, he shits the bed. Come on, that's it, Bentancur. Someone's showing a bit of spirit. That's working out, rubbing off now on Perisic. Well done.
Well done. Well done, Dyer. Well done, Eric Dyer. Let's go. No one there.
No one there, Emerson.
Put the pressure on, though.
Yeah, no, it's just
Now push out, boys. Push out.
Win that.
Win
Simple
that.
header. Back to
Win
the
the, win the second one. Win it. Well done, Bents.
oh,
That's good.
get there, Emerson.
Go on, Emerson.
Good football.
Who's
Good
supporting him? Who's supporting him?
Nice.
It's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Good composure there, though. Long way,
Move
nice.
that. Oh,
no.
Well done.
Oh.
Ref!
Give me yellow.
Deliberate
Yeah,
handball.
give me yellow. Give me yellow.
Deliberate handball, ref.
I think Longley did well at first. I feel like that Davies pass was on. He didn't even need to do that, but
yeah.
maybe he's trying to be clever
Longley was a little bit risky there.
It does show his It does show his feet are tidy though. Like the fact that Kane's thinks he has too much time on us.
Yeah! Kane looks absolutely fucking exhausted, and it's only 9 minutes in.
It's a thankless job he's doing today, holding everything up.
Yeah, he just has. He's also been everywhere. I've actually seen him run over. He's been everywhere on the pitch trying to get the ball. Basically, he hasn't, just been sitting centrally. He'll sit on. He'll sit on Robbo. He'll sit on Konate. He'll sit on Van Dijk. He's trying to be everywhere. I think so that
there's no point in him just being static in the middle and letting Van Dijk hoover everything up.
He's too predictable. Too predictable if he does that. Yeah.
Come on, someone get into the midfield and progress this. Starting to see a few little sloppy touches here and there. I'm concerned. Look at Davies.
Pull him out. Pull him out.
Good ball.
No, get there.
1 minute. Well done,
Perry. Well done, Perry.
Oh, play it to.
Win that, Basuma.
Well done,
Nice. Poked away.
Grab it on the back of his feet.
Look at Emerson.
Emerson, go.
Oh, it's a mess. Good ball, actually.
Oh, that's shocking. How's he letting Mo Salah out muscle him? That's bad.
Yeah.
That Ben Davies, was it? Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Thiago with a ball out wide. Play 5 across the back. I get so frustrated when I see them free out there all the time. Elliot with the ball in. Leave it run.
Time. Take your time.
No, that could be a handball. That could be a penalty. Why is Emerson not? Why so even if Emerson doesn't have
just
the brains,
talk to him.
Shouting at him to leave it.
Shout at him. Say, "Cushion, you got all the time in the world, Emo." He's not supposed to know that. Someone's got to tell him that.
Just little mistakes like that. Like right now, we could be getting with a goal kick. Well done, win that Perisic.
Pick it.
Well done, Bentancur.
Well done, Bent.
No time.
Ref, give me. That's no advantage there, ref. There's no advantage. Why are you giving advantage and then watching us have to pass the ball fucking backwards? What are you doing, ref? That's not advantage, mate. Fuck's sake.
To the referee, it is. It's the advantage they want to give Tottenham. Ben Davies. Into Langley. Look how free Emerson is. Someone pin it.
Oh, nobody there, Pierre.
He's ropey. Someone press him. Do it with more intent. Have a bit of belief about you when you're going to do it.
Oh, get there! Oh!
Fucking hell.
Try, Harry.
Oh,
Emerson caught out here. Here we go.
Christ.
1-on-1. Moon boots. Win that.
Well
Lovely
done,
moon
Emily.
boots. Get there.
Yeah,
Well done,
hello.
Emerson.
Oh, Bent.
Oh, unlucky
Oh.
Bentancur.
Look
Come
at
on,
the ref.
boys,
Look
get
at
up.
the ref's got his fucking whistle. He can't wait. He cannot wait to blow it.
Oh, come on.
Heart rate's rising, boys. I'm getting angry.
Keep him out there. Keep him out.
Swordfish,
That's
Sean.
get close.
Swordfish, says Patty Higgins. Have
That's
some
what I'm talking
swordfish.
about, anyway. It's good to see someone actually get close to their man and put pressure on him, not let him turn. Now they just give Thiago, open up the pitch to him. Mo Salah.
Let's
Oh,
go.
well done. Oh, go on. Oh, we want to bounce our way.
Everything.
Go on, Perisic. Go on. Go on.
Fuck
do
you,
not
ref.
blow that.
Fuck you, ref. That's
not
out.
blow
that. Easy there.
Don't you dare blow that.
Thank you.
Go on, Pezzy.
Oh!
Go on, Perry.
Go on. Go on.
Get a second ball.
Sir!
Yellow card, please, ref.
Actually, yellow.
Shut up, Trent.
Well, that was
play
a
by
penalty.
Perisic?
Earlier. If he
Shut
gave that as
up,
well, that was a
Arnold.
penalty.
Who said Perisic doesn't have pace?
I did.
at
But he
that.
does. He
Come on,
does
get it
there.
Oh, he's an animal.
I like the way
Honestly, though,
we
like
follow-
of all
I
the
like the way
things we've
Seth
just
said
seen, how
follow
is he
up
not
well.
given a penalty for that earlier? How is he
Back
not
on
given?
that, you
That was
so
literally
wrong.
less
If
of a
that's a
push
free
than the
kick-
one in the box. That was
If
Yeah,
that's
that-
a free kick, the first one's like a fucking assault.
That's a less of a push than the one in the box.
Here we
Oh
go,
my
boys.
God.
This is it. This is it. I can feel it in my bones. Perisic with the assist. 2-1 Tottenham. The comeback is on. Come on, Perry.
Come on, Perry.
Perry sauce.
Do you know what? He's done all right up beside Harry Kane, you know?
I think he's played really well.
He's doing a
Played
job.
very well.
He's doing a job.
Come on. Langley, Dyer, Kane. How can you not miss one
Whip
of them?
it in, son.
Look at Longley stepping back. He wants a piece of this from the distance. Go on, Longers.
Just
Back
good
post,
delivery.
son.
Oh, it doesn't even be the first
This is
man.
Fucking useless.
What you doing, Sess?
Yes.
You can't cross, don't shoot. Win that.
Oh.
Get the ball.
Well done,
Yes.
Perry.
Well done,
Oh.
Perry.
Well,
Oh,
bounce our
lucky.
bloody way.
oh, no.
Emerson, get close to him. Get close to him.
Well done,
Well done,
son.
Emerson.
Go on.
Get the second ball.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Someone needs to get out there and help him.
Oh, the fucking Nunes. Couldn't trap a bag of cement.
Well done,
Well
Emerson.
done, Emerson.
Keep going. Keep the pressure on.
Nunes is fucking wank, mate. He's such a
Yeah,
bad
but he
player.
had a nice bit of control to help Salah here. Just like
No.
here. Oh.
Don't let him do that.
Oh.
Well done. That's hands beside his back. You can't give that. Win that.
Win it, Vince!
Oh, no.
Oh,
Get
that's
out there,
fucking
Sess. Well done,
Anytime you
Sess.
play Sess Young, that would be nice. Go on, Perisic. Look how hard he's working
Pressure.
up there.
It's a good game of football, you know.
Get there,
It's a good game of
Get there,
football.
Bence. See
Go
him
on,
out.
mate, go on.
Well
Well
done, son.
done.
Bentancur's been brilliant the first half.
Exceptional. He
Been
worked
really,
so
really
hard.
good.
Him
Yeah,
and
he's worked-
Perisic.
Him,
has
Perisic,
played
yeah.
a lot.
I think Emerson's been decent defensively. Sess has had lots of time chances, but he's just no finishing.
Yeah, I
product.
feel like Trent
Huber's
is
been
still
good.
like
Højbjerg
who
and
puts it
Timber
here?
have been good.
Eddie Gonzalez says Trent is still a liability, like, and
Yeah.
we should keep attacking him. I
So
feel
is
like we should keep
Konate, though.
attacking him. It's
Yeah.
just Session isn't
Konate
good
as
enough
well, yeah.
when he goes
So is
down.
Konate. Look at me. If you get the right pressure on him, he'll give you a chance.
Mate, get Kulusevski on the pitch as soon as if he's fit, if he's not a risk. I don't want him to come on if he's a risk, but if he's not, if he's up for it and he's okay to play, get him on, and then the game changes. I think he's so much of a threat on the right. Liverpool will put more and more attention down that side, and that leaves more and more space for Perry and Sess and those boys down the left. And you're right. Whoever said that, Trent is a massive liability defensively. He's so bad. And
So
Konate.
I just can't help kind of feel Konate like there's a few times his passing isn't great. If he's under pressure, he's gonna.
Oh, well done, Bissouma.
What is that? Who panicked there? Who panicked? He just literally he could have put his toe on the ball. No, I'm gonna
Calm it down.
balloon it. I'm gonna balloon it all the way to fucking Dublin. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Composure. Just give us the ball back. Come on, give it back to us.
Wayne Holland saying he likes us. He really does, but we're so biased. Of course, mate. Of course we are. We're Tottenham
That's what
fans.
Carl Simpson says. Yeah, right.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
Carl
can't win.
Simpson says
I
exactly
can't win.
below.
I praise players. I'm biased. I don't praise them. I hate Tottenham. I can't win.
I'm just saying. I think this game is.
What's that? for?
What's happened there?
Oh, poor Harvey. Jesus Christ. Pussy. Pick him up. All right, yeah. Do you see him? Just stay down. Just stay down even longer.
Fucking they're time wasting in the 37th minute. Jesus Christ.
For what? Look at this.
Side.
Oh,
Get
what?
up, mate.
Oh
Get
my-
up, bro. It's a contact sport, bro.
What's even happening here? He better actually just be injured. If he's really,
Well,
just
I've already
actually
counted
totally
60.
fine. He's totally fine. That is shocking. If he's totally
The ref blew the whistle in the 36:58, so we've got at least a minute and a half coming up just from that. Let alone anything
You want
else.
to speak to Klopp. That's all it is. You just want to speak to the organ. The goal is so shit to concede.
Yeah, they just took their chance. Like if Cess had taken his chance when he that first touch of Cess's was superb, and then all he needed to do was flick it past him, and then just take instead of he tried to pull it back inside, didn't he? And he turned into trouble. If he just did one more little touch past the player and then just fall over, you get a pen all day. Well, you probably don't get a pen, but you should get a pen.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, look at him. Not a bother to him. Look at him.
Wow,
Not
that
even a
is
little-
shocking that the referee went immediately over as well.
Oh,
He
the referee
really
probably
stopped the
checked on him
game
and not mind
immediately for that.
He probably
that.
popped his head in. Sorry, Jurgen. Sorry to interrupt your team talk. Harvey, okay. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Probably give him an aftercare package as well. It's
no.
What?
Oh,
Moon
no.
boots?
Oh my God, that is
No moon boots!
what,
Oh no!
what has
Moonhead!
Moon Boots done?
Moonhead!
What has Moon Boots done?
Oh no, that's it. That's the game.
This is what I say. He's just always why? Why? Jesus, why, man?
Oh,
That's just
Why?
just when they weren't again doing anything. They weren't
what's
doing
wrong with
anything.
you?
Self-inflict
Shut-
FC.
Nobody
We're
there!
self-inflicted FC. We are
Oh,
self-inflicted
was that?
fucking FC.
Oh,
my
Eric
God. He's not
Dyer.
even under pressure. There's no one in a 10-mile radius of him. Oh my God. He gets worse. Stop showing it to me. Just
Fucking
turn it off.
airhead.
I don't want to watch it. Just turn it off. It's disgraceful at this level.
That's
It's disgraceful.
That's it.
no. He's under no pressure.
He just like,
There's
right?
also 3 center backs around him to help him. He doesn't even need to push.
This is what I keep talking about when it comes to this absolute fraud. He's an idiot. He's dumb. Just dumb.
God, Moonhead. It's just
I need
shocking as well.
I need a
Boys.
minute.
Again,
I
like we
need-
go 1-0 down,
I need
boys.
to-
We go 1-0 down, but I feel like we started to get into the game again. We started to try to. I just feel like we've tried to get forward. We've tried to create chances. We're not completely dead going forward, and it's just shocking that then we just make it so much harder on ourselves
Oh
yet
my
again
God.
with
What was
Moonhead.
that?
Sessegnon and Moonhead. Fucking Jesus.
What are you saying calm for, bro? What are you saying calm for? Doesn't matter how fucking calm you are. You can't win a game if you have
It's
players.
just so deflating, Sean, for me. It's so deflating because I feel like we start to feel like, we're getting some momentum in the game every time. We start to feel like, right, yeah, we're starting to creep on the door here of Liverpool, and then we just do that. It's just disgraceful, I think. It's so deflating, Sean. It's so deflating when it's self-inflicted. When it's self-inflicted, it's so deflating. Comes out of fucking nowhere. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Oh, this is bad. No, this is.
We're about to capitulate.
It's Moonhead, though, that gives it back to him there as well, though, again, because we spoke about this before. You're giving that Dyer you're giving Lloris no options, and Lloris is always gonna make the wrong decision because he's not great with his feet either.
The fuck is Dyer at though? He's so shit. He's such a fraud of a footballer. I found out his grandfather was like head of the FA or head of football or something for a while back in the 70s. That's why he has a career. His grandfather paved the way. He had to go and get the top job to be able to give him a career. He's such a fucking fraud. He's such a nitwit twat. It's a piss take. It's an absolute piss take. It's
You
just
don't come back from 2-0 down against
how
Liverpool.
can you give him a jersey? How can you give him a jersey with a starting number? How?
No way he gets a new contract after that. That's just no way. You can't get a new contract after that. You just can't.
Oh, he will, Jack. He'll be in the news again this week. Dyer signed his new contract. 10 years. 10 years they'll give him.
It's
Give him a
rattled
double
everybody as
testimony.
well, and I don't blame them. I hate to say it. I really don't, because we keep doing this to ourselves where you can't then rely on your teammates. Just when you feel like you go 1-0 down, but you start to bring yourself back, your teammates are getting back into it. Everybody's starting to get back into things. Even Sessegnon, who's been a complete donkey the whole game, started getting back into it. And then you do that, and it makes everybody else rattled. It just makes everybody else rattled, and it's just poison. It's genuinely poison when we do these self-inflicted mistakes.
Jack, this is what I highlighted in the summer, about these guys. I said this time and time again. Come the big games, they're going to cost you. They're just going to cost you. Even the first goal Liverpool scored, it's no real individual's fault, but collectively we could have done better. That goal is just absolutely, honestly, you wouldn't see that down in the National League. That's embarrassing. You literally wouldn't see that in the National League. That's his level. My God, I'm sorry. But this is what I've said to you in the summer, but when I was talking about these guys, this is what's going to happen. They wait for the biggest moment on the biggest stage to clown us. 2-0 down, and this Liverpool team lost to Forest and Leeds. And you're right, Jack. Just when we're settling to get back into the game, looking like scoring a goal, people settling, starting to play well.
just makes everyone else shaky, Dave. It's just deflating. It's deflating. I'm deflated, Dave. It deflates. It deflates.
Everyone's deflated. Every single player since that second goal has gone in. Everyone's
Let down, Dave. That's all it is. I mean, it's kind of just simple basics in life, Dave. It's just like let down. You just feel let down. It's just
like it's like your missus, saying she's gonna come home with sexy lingerie and then comes home with a fucking a snood or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just like
she comes down. She comes back with an Eric Dyer jersey on. That's what she comes back with, Dave, and that's what it really is. Our Green P16 says we'll never win anything with that twat. And I'll say it at the back. Yeah.
It's just so annoying.
Airhead. He's not even Moonhead. He's Airhead. Our Green. Jesus. I mean, it's just so deflating. It's so deflating. It is so deflating. So deflating when it's self-inflicted.
It's like tuning in to watch fucking Gordon Ramsay cook a Michelin star meal and he's there doing a water paint.
I'd rather it just be some screamer from 40 yards. I really would.
Why would we expect Dyer to head a ball when he wouldn't even put his head into a fucking hat? You know what I mean? Jesus.
I'd rather just Liverpool just be coming all over themselves, Dave, over some screamer from Thiago or whatever, instead of that. When it's that, just so deflating. It is so deflating because you just know that it's always in them. Then you just know that these players just can commit this, who knows, 30 minutes. He might have a similar one.
It's right. Honestly, Parliament should be talking about that this weekend. It's fucking ridiculous. Something needs to be highlighted here. It's just demoralizing. You think, okay, go in 1-0 down, you're in the game, you can go at Liverpool the second half, we saved our best performances for the second half, it's doable to still go and get a win. And then that happens. And the worst thing is there's nobody around him in a 10-mile radius. Nobody. He could have chested it down. He could have just chested it down. It's halftime. 2-0 up to Liverpool. I don't even know where to start. I really don't even know where to start. He better walk. In fact, he should be hanging his head in shame. Nobody should be trying to pick him up either in the dressing room. Make him realize. Guys, where do we even start with this shit?
I'm so deflated by that.
I don't listen. I'm getting bombarded with messages in WhatsApp saying that we're absolutely dog shit. Disgrace. Everyone's a fucking disgrace.
I don't think because we're playing well, Sean. I'm deflated because we're playing well.
I'm saying I don't think we deserve to be 2-0 down. I think that we made one mistake from Eric Dyer, but when we're 1-0 down, we're very much in the game. Before the first goal happened, we started the game brightly. Liverpool have taken both chances. Sloppy mistakes have cost us. Most of the players on the team, I would say, have played fairly well. I'm really disappointed to find ourselves 2-0 down. That's just, that's just sometimes that happens that way. That's the way I've watched the game. People are telling me I'm absolutely mad to have the opinion that not on the maybe in the comments, but on WhatsApp groups are saying that they must be watching a different game, that we've been absolutely shocking. I don't think we have.
I think we've been let down, Sean, like we have in other games. Even Newcastle was a similar performance, right? Newcastle weren't really actually playing all that bad until we made that gigantic mistake with Dyer and Lloris making that absolute clanger with Callum Wilson. It's similar vibes, similar feelings here. But also we're gonna bring in Nick here, Dave. So I want your thoughts as well, Dave. But we're also gonna finally get our guy Nick and get some different chat here as well.
Yeah, just quickly, I was going to say, I actually agree with Sean. I think we've played well. I think we've pressed high up. I think we've forced Liverpool into a few errors at times. Maybe haven't been clinical going forward, but there was a goal or two in it there for us. When you were looking at, and you're thinking Tottenham second half so much better. We're still in this game, but unfortunately, when we've gained any momentum in the game, as soon as they've gone up the other end, we've got 2 killer goals at crucial times where it's completely killed this game. Yeah. It's completely killed it. We've been on top. I think we've been not on top, but I think we've looked like the team that's carried more of a threat. Unfortunately, Liverpool have had 2 chances and they took it, and one of them is an absolute gift wrapped up, with a ball around it. And it's just like at this level, you can't afford to concede goals at killer moments like that.
Yeah, absolutely right. Nick, good to have you back at halftime here. And of course, in a Spurs fashion, under the worst of circumstances, bringing you back. Adrian Chia here saying, big up, Dave. You were right about the defense costing us. Nick, I know you were present with us over the preseason when Dave was going blue in the face about Eric Dyer and some of the mistakes that we were making in the preseason games. I mean, how do you feel about, that performance? Are you kind of with Sean and Dave where we were playing all right and just let down? How do you feel about it?
Me?
Oh, that's my fault. I think I muted him. That's my fault. Nick, start over, my man. That's my fault. Or I can't hear him, actually. I can't hear you, Nick.
Can't hear you either. Let Shawnee answer.
Okay, Sean, what do you feel like? Do you feel, I mean, I'll be honest, I'll just talk. I feel let down, boys. I feel let down. I think Adrian Chia here was simply right about Dave, being right about this defense in the past. Dave has gone blue in the face about the errors we were making in the preseason, and I think they're showing up here today. Adrian Chia. Dark Sun G with one here saying should have gone with back three of Royale, Longley, and Davies. Sean, this is where I'll come to you here. How do you feel about Dyer now? Is this like a defining moment? Are we getting ahead of ourselves? What do you feel right now maybe about Eric Dyer and kind of his sort of, are we getting ahead of ourselves by, talking about future and contract and stuff when I mentioned that? Or is it right to kind of bring up that stuff after an error like that?
No, I just, I have to, again, like it's as hate as
welcome to Real Man. Yeah.
Well, no, as easy as it is to hate Eric Dyer right now, and I understand it, right? Because you lose him, you cost a goal like that when you're already 1-0 down, you're chasing the game. Even being 1-0 down, I thought we got back into the game pretty well. Going 2-0 down it's a monumental uphill task because of a silly mistake that didn't need to happen. Yeah. But there's been mistakes everywhere on loads of different places on the pitch. Like it's just the unfortunate circumstances that when you make a mistake like that, it hurts you. But when Sessegnon makes a mistake, like not having the heavy first touch or whatever, no one's going to hold him accountable. It's the same difference. It's just one of them is giving up a goal scoring opportunity, or Perisic, right? Perisic, I thought, who had a decent first half, missing the header, right? Are we gonna slate Perisic for this to the same level as we're gonna slate Dyer? Of course not, because the consequences of a defensive error.
Controllable. Perisic is flinging himself at something. Dyer's in control of it.
I know. I'm not listening. I'm not trying to defend the indefensible. I'm just making a point that it sucks. It really does suck because I think that we were in the game. Now I think it's game over. And look, Eric Dyer, we know he's made 2 or 3 mistakes. He did it at Manchester United in the centre. He came back in. Sanchez is that bad that we brought him back in and he steadied the ship against whoever it was last time out. And we don't have any better options right now. I don't know where to go with the conversation apart from to say, yeah, it's a fucking shame. Yes, it's you can't make those sorts of mistakes. You're a Premier League footballer who gets paid over $100,000 a week. Earn your money, mate. Like, those sorts of things are unacceptable. But at the same time, all players make mistakes. You know what? I'm not even going to continue the point because it's indefensible. And I don't think it's worth even going down the path of trying to remind people that other people make mistakes as well.
I think we just sort of, it's sort of, I think probably we find ourselves, obviously going to be talking about it on our debate show, probably talking about it on the fan show and everything. But in this moment in time, I think we do have to sort of just back the boys in this next half. But we just have to realize that we'll just be frustrated with the mistake and we'll be frustrated how the mistake may have cost us the game here today. And that we'll get into maybe what that means and sort of the implications of all that further. But we're going to try another test here. Nick, how you doing? Can we hear you?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear. Sounding gorgeous,
cool,
my man.
Cool.
What are
going analog old school style, man? Look, so the only thing we got going for us right now going into this is that this happened in the first half. They have a chance to reset, and our midfield, our midfield has been the better midfield so far. I think there's a lot of positives go for it. You guys have talked about these 2 goals ad nauseum. We're going to hear about it for the next week regardless. So I don't want to focus on that right now because between those 2 goals, I think for a good 28 minutes there, we were the better team on the pitch, not by a whole lot, but we definitely had domination, particularly in the midfield. And we got to be focusing on that. What we know too, is that Klopp is not going to change his tactic. Yeah. He is going to keep doing exactly what they were doing to get those goals. And that's going to leave us space to exploit what we were doing well, man.
Yeah. Nick, with a super chat here, Dark Sun G saying, put on Kulu for Dyer and go full on attack.
Listen, man, after that display, anything but Dyer. And I wouldn't be opposed if, Conte's obviously up for experiment.
Back even.
You know what? He couldn't be worse at this point in time, man. David is the oracle because he's been screaming about this for a year straight. You know what, man, though, but to focus, I always like to focus on at least one section, if not just one player. And I think Basuma, this is the first Basuma that we've seen so far. We've seen glimpses of him in matches doing what he's supposed to, doing what Conte wants him to do, but this is now a proactive Basuma, where I think he was very much a reactive player before. He's asking for ball defeat. He's trying to affect the game from deep in the midfield going forward. And he's doing it with confidence. So it's not a 10 out of 10 so far from him, but it's a hell of a lot better and much more effective because he's going to be pivotal, especially for this next half, because we have to get more forward momentum out of Bentancur and Højbjerg. So Basuma is going to be pivotal there, sweeping up, man.
For me, this game is gone. It's gone. Look, you could see
it's not Bournemouth. It's not Bournemouth for you.
No, it's not. And as soon as that second goal went in, look how deflated everybody else was. Look how much Hugo Lloris was flapping around. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely killed this game. That I'm sorry, and I know people don't want to harp on it, but I am.
I think it's dominoes, Dave. I think mistakes like that can be like a domino where it just has it has a ripple effect on the rest of the team. I really do think it does. And sometimes you can look at a player and say, you know what, you shouldn't let it affect you. But I think
it does.
It does. It affected me, Nick. And I'm not even on the field. It's affected me very deeply. I felt like it was hard to get behind the team. It's hard to get behind, continuing to, to fight for them and etc. You just lose a lot of momentum. You lose a lot of, simply as. And I think Kulusevski is probably in Dark Zone G the only player that could somehow bring us back from it. But I really doubt Liverpool are that poor that they would let us back into this. Foggy Foam says Spurs should never give Dyer a new contract. Believe me, Foggy Foam, something is going to be brought up about that, especially if those rumors were true, especially if there is some sort of kind of a inkling of truth behind those sort of rumors. Definitely going to have to be brought up in the upcoming debates. Don't you worry, Foggy Foam.
Well, George, let me ask you this, lads. Do you think that Klopp has confidence enough in his back line to sit back from here?
No,
I don't think he will sit back, but we don't really exactly have the full threats that we normally do, Nick. And
he also has players he can bring off the bench to have experience to kill out games. You've got Henderson to come on there off the bench. You've got other players that he can bring off the bench to be able to kill this out. So for me, I think they're much better equipped going into this half with the way the game has gone than what we are. I think if we went in 1-0 and we were still chasing the game, I think you would look at it and say, okay, we've got Lucas, we've got Kulu and that to bring off. You've got options there. Well, unfortunately, now we're in a position where we have to go gung-ho if we want to get back into it. And it's kind of like they have just better players to see out the game. They have more experienced players come off the bench.
Yeah.
Sean, is there any kind of change? Go ahead. Sorry, Jack.
Sean, I mean, how do you feel about anything that's just been said here? Would you bring on Kulusevski right away at halftime? Where do you stand on maybe
if he's available? If he's got 45 minutes in him, then yeah, I would. What difference does it make now? You might as well go for it. Bring on Brian Hill. The game plan. Listen, I genuinely, I genuinely do not think that we have been outplayed today in any way, shape, or form. I think it's been a 50-50 game. You could quite easily see the game be 0-0. We should have got a penalty. Right, in my opinion, if Cancelo's penalty stood yesterday, then it wasn't a red card offence because he wasn't Cancelo was the last man. But the difference in the actual foul itself is negligible. So there's reasons. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, put my Tottenham hat on and be positive because I'm as pissed off and frustrated as everybody else. Eric Dyer making another stupid mistake is unforgivable. I tried. If you notice, guys, I see everyone going in the comments going, Sean, you defending the indefensible. I tried to find a rationale to say, look, just remember that it's this, as it's just as easy to make a mistake in defense as it is up front, but they're not the same in punishment. But in reality, I can't really defend it. It's another inexcusable mistake from Eric Dyer. And the first goal, it was the only chance that they really had, apart from Darwin Núñez's little snapshot in the 3rd minute. Tottenham had 2 or 3 chances. If this game was 0-0 right now or 1-0 Tottenham to the penalty, if all those things happen, no one would be complaining. It's 2-0 down. Now we've got an uphill battle. They're going to, we have to come at them. We could end up losing the game 4-0 because we're going to be pushing, trying to get a goal and they can break and do their thing. That's the consequences of the way the game goes. For me, I think you might as well throw on Kulusevski. You might as well bring on Brian Hill at some point in the second half as well. As long as Kulusevski's not injured. Do I think we're going to be able to find a way to get back into the game? No, I don't. But you know what it is? It's just individual mistakes and
Self-inflicted FC is what I
bad luck. Yeah.
And Nick, I got a tough one here for you that I'm going to hand you.
Uh-oh.
Jory saying, how can our good players ever overcome the outer trash that is Mick Dyer and Hugo Piss Myself Lloris? Tolerate these players and you accept losing. I know I've handed you a tough one, but you do sort of feel like with Dyer and Lloris, how many times do we say sort of, you know what, last straw, or how many times do we feel like we find ourselves, difficult to get up and trust these guys again?
I mean, it's really hard for me to put Hugo in the same category as Eric Dyer, but I see, particularly with this season, I see where he's coming from. There is no way. It's a team sport, man. When you have frailty in key areas like that, there is no way for other players to pull just to pull results out of the butts. Especially against a manager like Klopp. He's going to hurt. He's going to exploit all of the weaknesses. And we see that even on the wings. I mean, not alone on Dyer. I think Emerson's had a decent match defensively. Sean said it before, but going forward, he's been lacking again, and I don't even want to get into Sessegnon. I mean, it's been such good positions, but it's just, what are you going to do with it, man? It's his decision making, and it's his confidence and his decision making in the final third that we've talked about for years and years. So our quality players cannot make up for that, man. It's just, we're going to have to just play the waiting game and hope that Conte can play the waiting game too and slowly build and replace. Because I'm sorry, you can't get that many world-class players in, within the time that we've had so far with Paratici and Conte. So we'll see. So they're coming out right now.
Yeah, they're coming out. Jory, I just feel like it's rattled the rest of the team. I really do. Mistakes like that just makes the rest of the team look shaky. I think they genuinely didn't even look that shaky before that mistake.
Yeah.
They actually started to ping some passes together. They started to get more into the game again. And it's just, I don't know. I just find ourselves just consistently let down here. And it's really
this is what I speak about. If it's not him, it's Sanchez. If it's not Sanchez, it's Davies. If it's not Davies, it's Sessegnon. It's what I spoke about with these guys, How do we ever expect to progress and take that leap and that step to the next level if this same shit keeps happening? No matter whether you're playing good or whether you're playing bad, it doesn't matter. We are liable to give away cheap goals.
Jory, if you're coming on the panel this week, my man, would love to chat to you about all this. Jory. But big up, my man. I really appreciate the support. Nick, you're welcome to watch along with us, but I know you kind of probably enjoy it from your nice little couch and everything. But Nick,
you know what, man, I'll stick on for a little bit, but I'm gonna have to jump off in a second. But again, Sessegnon, with the chop, did the sun get in his eyes? Is it raining out there? I don't know what the hell happened with that, but it looks like we're trying to push forward, man. Right from the off. I like this.
Perisic free kicks or set pieces of.
Has your game started yet? Again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dark Sun G saying Arnold and Allison has a mistake in them. Go for it. I feel like Allison, Arnold, as well as Konate, Dave has been pointing out as well. Dark Sun G.
Where is he headering that to? Fucking hell! What's wrong with the kid? He's so rattled. Sorry, Dark Sun G. I just fucked up again. Look, they do have mistakes in them. I think Arnold does. I think Konate does, but I'm just not sure they'll make enough to gift us a chance back into the game like we gifted.
Yeah, can they give us a moon boots, kind of gift? I'm not sure. Like, are they that bad that they'll give us a moon boots gift?
They'll be feeling confident now.
That's rough.
Phil Coy's with the member for 4 months, fan show member as well. Big up, Phil. Saying these individual mistakes cost us every season. We won't be challenging for trophies as long as these players play for our club. It's as simple as that. Jory felt the same way there, Phil, especially. I mean, guys, like I said before, self-inflicted FC. It's starting to feel like this season, part of the story.
But what's a prime example of it, though, Jack, is the fact that there's nobody around them whatsoever. It just goes to show you like literally oppositions don't even have to do anything. That's a route one long ball. I mean, that should be bread and butter for any centre back. If you're Premier League level, that is bread and butter for you. It's simple. If you can't defend a straight long ball aimed at you, well, then what can you defend? I mean, it's time to go. It's just time to go.
THFC till I die. Guys, you're all legends. Dave, you're right, like Moses. The back
Look,
line.
I don't even care about being right. I don't even want to be praised being right because it's at the detriment to Tottenham. I just hope people are more awake to it now because there was a lot of people that were
Come
saying,
on.
"Dave, you know what you're talking about? Oh, there's, this and that and the other." But since then, it's just the biggest games that has happened. So hopefully now more people are awake to it so we can move on, progress, and move forward as a football.
Oh, Lord.
Big up Dark Sun G. Big up Jory. Big up Dermot. Really appreciate the support. Big up Adrian Chia. Big up Phil as well. Absolute legends.
A few good chances there. We got to take one in the next 5-10 minutes to give ourselves a real chance.
I've just listened to a couple of voice messages that I've had from Kuva and Sava, right? I feel like do I need to go back and watch the first half again? Like the way that they
Come
described
on.
the first half.
Get
Let's
their
go.
stats!
Oh my God! Who's that? Perisic. Oh man, that was a glorious opportunity.
Who hit it off the bar? Who hit it off the post? First time. Was it Perisic as well?
Yeah, it's Perisic.
Twice has hit the woodwork.
He's hit the woodwork twice now, Perisic.
Then, no, Sean, I don't know. I think the first half, although we got the sucker punch, went 1-0 down, I thought we were growing into the game and we were creating chances and it looked like there was a goal for us. So I just think that second goal was a sucker punch.
To me, like, they're saying like we've been played off the park. That they're better in the midfield, they're better in defence.
I think Liverpool have had more possession. Don't get me wrong. I think Liverpool have had more possession, but I think
that doesn't mean you've been played off the park if you set up that way. That doesn't mean that's like it doesn't mean you've been like people make, in my opinion, people make this mistake of saying because Tottenham always have less possession, that means that we're playing badly. No, not if it's a deliberate tactic. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that Tottenham have been. We've hit the woodwork 3 bloody times now, haven't we?
Oh, should Perisic have scored that? Yeah, he should have scored that. Oh, man. Oh, it's frustrating.
We're at them right now, though, boys. We're at them right now.
How long can we keep it going? We got to take a chance here.
Got to get one.
Oh, not with corners like that. That's 2 or 3. That's big shit now.
It's fine margins because we try to hit the near post every time. It's fine margins, but it's
deflected. Pressure. Keep putting them under pressure. It's there for us. That's more like it. Into Bentancur. Bentancur out to Emerson. Progress it quickly, Emerson. Give it to Dyer. Dyer, get one in there.
Boom boots.
Oh,
gets lucky here.
Down.
Assess.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck that guy.
He loves a right-footed anything. When he doesn't even have a right foot, it's honestly one of my favorite things about him.
He wouldn't hit a barn door with a ping pong ball for fuck's sake.
Why does he always just? He just seems to do every. He likes to cross it on his right. He likes to shoot it with his right.
Oh,
it's close.
He's got to get that on target.
Not a great shot either. It's not really a lot of quality on it. Allison knew it was going wide.
We need a goal within the next 10.
Yeah, we've got to take one here, or else the game's over. When you're on top of the game, you got to make it count. It's better. Where's that to? That's just well done, Basuma. Let's go, Emerson. Let's go. Play somebody. Play Perry.
Okay.
Oh, well done, Ref. Well done, Perry. Get a good delivery.
The right wing.
Get a good delivery. Oh, Fabinho blocks it.
Well done.
Basuma hooks it on. Bentancur.
Crowded out. Newcastle.
Out to Davies. Back to Bentancur. Look at Moon Boots. He's putting in some good deliveries this half.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Now he wants to try and play well. Go on, Basuma. These are rattled. Get at them, the fuck. Don't drop back. Press them. 2-0 down. Oh, come on.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done, Dyer. Well done, Basuma. Oh.
Come on, boys.
Hoiberg's been fucking bad today. He's not been involved enough.
Well on Bentacore. Salzburg out to Emerson. Emerson into Bentacore, shit pass. Mops it up, out to Salzburg. Salzburg.
Yes.
Emerson's still on the fucking floor rolling around looking for a free kick.
Oh,
I can't blame that decision.
Someone rattle that again, please. Seeing that little curly head freak marauding across. Oh. Nunes.
What's the step?
No! Hugo Lloris with the save from Mo Salah, nearly got the hat trick. How many players does he need to beat on that run? You got to get out closer to him there. Elliot.
just showed no urgency to win the ball back in our own box there as well.
That's more like it. Keep going with a bit of intensity, man.
Do we make any changes at halftime?
No. I mean, how long are we going to let Allison waste time here?
Yeah, come on, Kerry.
Okay. Oh! Come on. That's it, Rodrigo. Go on, Bentacore. Go on, Emerson.
Good pressure.
Well done. Everyone, keep going. Just keep going the fuck.
Fuck off, ref. Oh, you
Jesus
fucking idiot.
Christ. Ah! That's shit defending. That is so shit. Oh. I was so close. Should be a free kick now. I just feel we're going to ruin our taking one of them chances at the start of this half.
Oh no.
How are they doing this?
Jesus, boys.
Get out to him quick, Emerson. Fine. Go on, Bentacore. Go on, Bentacore.
Oh! Come on. Oh.
Had to do so much there.
Let's
though.
go. Let's go.
Enough.
Frustrating games. I do think we've got a goal in us here. I do think we can get a goal.
It's just if we can get it soon enough to give ourselves a chance to get back into it. Go on, keep going. Well done, Langley. Go, ref. No, we're going to be punished. Get out to him, Dyer. Don't keep dropping back, inviting him in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is so bad. Oh, he's got to go out and engage him. He's just dropped off and passed on the responsibility to Emerson.
It's the consequence, but when you've got 8 men going forward, right? That's just the consequences of having a shit defense, and you've got to also push forward. You're going to get caught out. You're going to give away opportunities.
I don't mind being caught out.
There's lots of time for Emo here. It's gone for. Why, Emerson?
What the fuck is that, Emerson?
Oh my God!
It's so like much time there, pal. You got so much time.
Oh, he's in acres.
He cannot put a ball in the air, man.
He's got
terrible from that position trying to cross.
He's just got to
relax. Just no reason. He's got all the time in the world.
If Dyer lets Nunes run at him one more time, I'm gonna fucking scream. Oh my God, he's everywhere.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Right now, they've got men forward.
Oh,
fucking hell.
What the hell was that?
I need a cigarette.
So do I. I don't even smoke anymore. I vape and I fucking hate these things. I might go and pick up a packet of Marlboro.
Come on, Tottenham. Give us a bit of life here, please. Losing the will to live.
If this game was 0-0, would you say we're playing better?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well done, Bentancur. He's been so good today, I think.
Yeah, he's been a highlight today. Come on. Ben Davies.
Nice.
Good ball.
Perisic. Basuma.
He's
Out
never,
to
he's never
Emerson.
been-
Emerson.
Bentancur.
Lovely.
That's a
Oh,
that final ball all afternoon. It's that final ball all afternoon.
something in this ball.
It's like it turns into a fucking balloon, Jack.
Nitro juice in this ball. Like,
Oh, just
What was that, though, Bentancur?
It's 2 in a row. You work so well to get it into them good positions, and then you just absolutely balloon it.
Steve D saying the second half has been much better.
Keep going.
I'm
Keep
with
going. That's
Oh,
it.
go.
Play
Go,
on,
go.
ref.
Can we get half an hour at Akulu, please? Can we get half an hour out of him?
If we score
Or
get
Brian
Kulu
Hill.
on. If we can score one playing like this, get Kulu on and go for it.
Who would you take off?
Let's just take off one of the back line. Fuck it. Or one of the midfielders. Go for it. Go for it.
I think you take off Højbjerg right now. He's been the least active of the three.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Go on, Dyer. Put another good ball in. Emerson.
Oh, Mo.
Don't red.
Sake,
Don't you?
Emerson. Come on,
Gotta
bro.
get away, Emerson.
Oh, I need a piss. I'll be back in a sec.
Darwin and Emerson getting into it.
Where's Nunes from?
Uruguay.
Oh, so he's mates with Benteca's, is he? Oh, no.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
Long way.
Oh!
Long
Fuck's
way!
sake! Oh, no.
No way. Not twice, please. Oh, my
Oh, what a challenge.
Why?
What a recovery challenge.
Oh, my God.
Is that Ben Davies or who was it? Who made the
long way?
long lay with the pass, and who made the
He just didn't even look. He just didn't even look. Tried to give it to Dyer there.
It's offside anyway.
It's offside, but jeez.
Is that Ben Davies that got back? Or
No,
Longley
I think
that got back?
Longley recovered and got his own.
Fucking hell. If we could remove mistakes from our game, we'd be top of the league.
Jeez. We just love a good gift. Oh, nice touch from Sessegnon. Højbjerg.
Oh, well played,
Just too late.
Canate. It was
Well
so
done.
scripted. Well done, Perisic. Let's go, Ben Davies. No. No!
Oh, no,
now the
good
break
chance
is
for them
on.
to counter here.
Oh,
Well done. Well read, Longley.
Come on, Tottenham. Give us something
Emerson.
to cheer about.
Oh, Kane.
Harry Kane looks fucking exhausted, Jack.
Oh, Basuma. Okay, drive, Sess. Jeez, this is getting shocking. Lightwork saying Eric Dyer is Harry Maguire in disguise. I think they're just their own.
Oh, wrong choice, man. Not Lucas
They're their own
Moura.
moonheads. They're their own moonheads. Lightwork.
Not Lucas Moura.
Is Kulusevski even then ready? Is he even ready?
Clearly not.
Is he feeling like it's not worth it? I mean, that would be silly. That's only 2-0 down still, like, despite it being demoralizing. If Lucas is in so much agony, I don't get it. I really don't. Højbjerg. Ping into Emerson. Eric Dyer. Spurs are putting Eric Dyer, Davies, Longley, Perisic all in the box here. Sass back post. Moon Boots takes it away from him. Or no, that was Kane. Oh, Sassignon. That was Sassignon. Kane's took it away.
Any subs yet?
None.
No.
It looks like they might even be bringing on Lucas, which I don't even know what that says then about Kulusevski.
Trampoline boots. Great. See, this is why we needed to take one of our chances at the first half, because, you know, it's coming into a period. Oh my God, that's disgraceful defending. It's coming into a period of the game now where, you know, if we would have scored, the momentum would have been with us. The longer this goes 2-0, the more encouragement they're going to get from it, because they've sat back and took the best of what we've had to throw at them, you know. Fucking sick of losing to these mugs. It's giving me a headache, this shit.
I hate it. I hate it when he smiles. I fucking hate it when he smiles.
Yeah. How's he getting so much space, though? You know? Why is Harry Kane left marking him? Now's not the time for 25 touches and passing it backwards. Oh, fucking hell. Someone move. Langley takes responsibility. Goes long. Go on, Perisic. Win that. Muscle him off it. Well done. He's only a kid. Well done. Come on, get it back underway. 2 subs. Kulu and Doherty.
Wow. It's good to see Kulu's coming on.
Wonder what formation we're switching to. Or if we are. It's a long throw.
It'd be a 3-4-3. Oh, no, it wouldn't, would it? No, it would be same 3-5-2.
Well done, Bissouma. Or Emerson. Bissouma on the ball. Well done. Some tidy footwork. Go on. Keep going.
Win it. Win the ball.
Ref. Come on, get it underway again quickly.
How are you feeling about this, mate? Because I don't know. In my mind, I'm reading the comments in the chat here. I'm listening to WhatsApp messages and things, and everyone seems to be incredibly downbeat. And
we're 2-0 down.
I know. So is that? But like, do you think if the score was 0-0 and we were playing like this, that we'd be more? Yeah,
look, it's a reaction to the scoreline. That's what it is. Like this is the team. We've played well on the whole. We just do lapses and concentrations.
Yeah.
Same old story. It's a good ball in. Go on. Dance! Oh, that's a save. Ref, that's Harry Kane header.
Why does Kane have a sleeve?
He's offside anyway. Oh, he's not.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Good movement. Oh.
We've always got a chance from a set piece.
Yeah. Could be a corner there. Who's my Doherty on?
Doherty for Royale.
Fair.
And Kulu for
Sessegnon.
Sessegnon.
So Perisic will go left wing back.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Perisic
get
will
some
go
balls
left
in the
wing
box
back.
to get Kudo and Kane on the end of them. Mession. He was useless today. Useless defensively and useless in the final third. Win it. Win that. Well done. Time. Composure. Penticore.
Nice, Kulu.
Come on, Kulu.
Already causing problems. Oh, he's already
Oh.
causing all sorts of problems.
That's a penalty. That's on in the fucking face.
He's already causing all sorts of problems. Well done, Bissouma.
Hand in the face, man.
I think Bissouma's been really good today. I'm sorry, apart from the two mistakes, I don't think Tottenham have played that badly. I think individuals today have been very good. I think Bissouma's, he's had his best game for Tottenham. I know it sounds crazy because we're losing, but I think he's been very, very good against the Liverpool midfield. I think that Bentancur's played well. I think Perisic has had a really good game. We're obviously threadbare at the moment, so it's difficult.
Yeah,
And when you make
it's hard.
mistakes, go on, Harry! Go on! Yeah! Pick it out! Let's go, boys! Come on, let's go! With the assist!
Impact!
Come on, boys!
Why is
Let's
VR
go!
not, why did VR not show us that hand?
Let's go!
Jesus, how did we not get
Give him
that
the ball.
earlier?
Kulu with the assist immediately!
He's been instant impact. Look at that. Give it into him. Just give it to him.
Oh,
Yeah, he'll find
sauce.
Kane.
Oh, he's well on.
Beautifully
Great
stay
finish
on.
from Harry. Great finish. Hasn't had that kind of service all day.
Come on, Tottenham! Keep the faith, boys! Keep the faith!
Come on, Tottenham. You can't keep doing this to me every week, but I'll take it. Come on.
Yeah, right now my heart is a little bit aggy.
2 seconds. Massive impact. Says Welsh Gal.
Fucking how important is Dejan Kulusevski to us? He's priceless. If someone said right now, sell Sonny or sell Decky, I would probably, if you had to sell one, if you had to lose one,
I'm not even opening that can of worms.
Nah, you're right. You know what? No, you're right. You're right.
I'm not opening that can of worms.
No, not yet.
Oh, what's he? No, come on, referee. Talk about trying to kill the momentum of the game.
Of course.
How can I take momentum away from Tottenham? Let's go and book Conte.
Of course.
I think Conte's had more. He's got a worse
When I
disciplinary
imagine
record
Karen
this
Klopp-
season than Bissouma.
I bet Karen Klopp's been everywhere.
Conte's got more bookings than half of our team.
Yeah. 10 points for a red, 5 points. What is it? 20 points for a red,
Klopp's
5 points
rattled.
for you?
Klopp's rattled. I love him. Go on, keep the press now. This is on. This is game on. Come on, Tottenham.
Come on, Tottenham.
Keep the press on. Let's go. Everybody, full press. Let's fucking go for this. Go on, give us the ball back. Let's go at you again. Take him down if you have to.
Dyer
Take
getting
him down if
pinned
you have
there.
to. Someone close. Why are we dropping off?
Salah.
Fucking close down.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Get steady the ship. Get you back into your fucking 5-4-1, whatever you got to do. It's okay. Now press. Push out. Rid of it. Well done again, Bissouma.
Ref, that's a free.
Oh, good.
Go on, Perisic, play him.
Oh!
Oh, what a ball.
What can he do?
Well
He's
done, Kane.
isolated. Great switch
Find
of play.
somebody.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
Oh.
he's found him, Doherty. Oh, he's found Doherty just. No.
Plug that down, Kulu. Let's go.
Nice catch.
That's it, Conte.
Well
Conte
done,
assisted.
Well done, Conte, with the
Let's
assist.
go. This is better. Come on, Tottenham.
Come
We
on,
just need
Tottenham.
another chance. We just need another chance.
Dark Sun G saying Kulu return is massive. We can make an epic comeback. Come on, Dark Sun G. If Kulu can do it, we can do it, baby.
It's a good ball out here. Liverpool's momentum are completely gone. Let's go, Perisic.
25. We've still got 22 minutes here. 23 minutes.
It's a ball in.
We might not need it. Oh.
Don't foul. Do not foul. Make him go long. Pick up this.
Win the ball
That's it.
back.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Look at Liverpool. All Liverpool players. They're hanging on. They're hanging on here. Let's
Come
go,
on.
Tottenham.
This is just waiting for us. Come on. Into Kulu.
Let's go, Tottenham.
That's it, Kulu. This is what he brings. He's just marauding. Matt Doherty. Give it back to Dyer.
Oh, Højbjerg!
Oh, wrong option.
Yeah. feel like
Tottenham
Dyer
come
just need to
alive
whip
when
it in.
Kulusevski's on the
Well
pitch.
done, Bentancur.
Well done. He's been amazing today. He's been brilliant today. Come on.
Find the ball.
Davies,
Oh, that's
so
just
much on
shit.
it. So shit. Yeah, Perisic, let him know.
Perry's saying, put it out the fucking side, bro. Put it out the side, bro.
Liverpool making changes. Henderson and Curtis Jones, they're making changes in the middle. Interesting.
They're going to go 4-4-2.
Firmino coming off.
Yeah.
Firmino off for Jones. I presume Elliott for Henderson.
4-4-2, yeah.
Come on, Tottenham. Come on. Please, give me another late equalizer.
It's like a 4-3-1-1 for them now. They're going proper defensive. Can't do this as a Tottenham fan. Come on, Tottenham.
You just need another good chance, boys. Just one more Kulu chance. Or just one more Kulu through ball. It's all we need. Please, come on. Captain of Fantastics on now, and Henderson, bingo organizer.
Fuck Henderson. Win that. Well done. Eric Dyer. Let's go, Kulu. Put him through. Sir! It's got to be a free kick! Not to Liverpool!
Sir!
Oh, giving that out, has he?
Are you guys? Have you guys slowed down? How are you ahead of me?
No, it's all right.
I think
He's all over him.
Oh, that's poor refereeing. Why would you give me something this?
Hang on. I need to find what time you're on.
It's penalty.
What time are you on? 74.50. You on the same as me?
Yeah. It just stalled for a minute. That was all.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's get this game back underway. Come on. Konate limping. Get someone running straight off him.
Come on, Tottenham.
Look at that again. It's just another example of them not even looking at it.
It's disgraceful. Oh, well done. What control by Bentancur. Don't give it away, Ben Davies. Calm it down. This is where we need some composure. Shift it out to Doherty. Salzburg into Doherty. Doherty goes back across the Dyer. Move it out. Out to Langley. Come on, bro. Touch and pass has got to be better. Ben Davies to Bissouma. Come on, Bissouma. Drive us forward. If we ever need you, this is the time now. Pay all that money back.
Oh, what a ball.
Perisic. Got Kane.
What a ball. What a ball. Let's go. Come on, Perry. One more time, son.
Out to Bentancur.
Boy Bear.
Out to Salzburg. Delivery.
Let's go.
Doherty.
Doherty.
That's Decky.
Kulusevski. Boy Bear.
Salzburg. Back to Decky.
Take him on Dex.
Oh.
Ooh.
Bissouma.
Time Bissouma. Well done. Doherty flicking off a Kulu.
Sir, high
High
boot.
ball! High boot, ref! The fuck is that, ref?
Win that. Composure. Well
Oh, well done,
Nice
Doherty.
Doherty. Find him,
Oh, you should have played
Bissouma. You had him.
Doherty then.
Oh, lovely, Pierre. Oh,
Oh,
Should have
Bissouma,
played
you had him
Doherty.
there.
Should have played Doherty then. Come on.
play it. Come on, keep it going. Keep it moving. Keep the ball in play. Why do you have to wait for Dyer to come across and take it? Just keep it in play. Keep it moving. Perisic into Bentancur. Rolls it across to Langley. Keep it moving. That's it. Out to Dyer. Trying to keep Liverpool stretched here. Bissouma, someone drop into the middle. Langley. Great ball out to Perisic. Now get this in. Billy composure, get it in. No.
Corner.
Come on.
Come on! Long lay special. Let's go, Tottenham!
Come on, Perisic. It's been a good ball this time, son.
Just get it off the ground. Beat the first
Get it
man.
off the beat the first man's knee.
Come on. Good ball!
Long lay! Long lay again!
It's just he heads it way over the bar. Oh, he wins that. Oh, he wins it.
No!
Oh, that was the chance. That was the chance.
Oh, it's almost a free header as well. Oh, Harry. Oh, they both had
Gets
it.
underneath it.
Oh, it's almost a free header, basically. He's
Oh,
got to
come on.
put that
There's
in. He's
another
got to
goal
put
in
that
this
in.
for us. Come on, there is. Even when they don't mean to make mistakes, they just make mistakes. Dyer and Doherty, don't they? Just get in each other's way. Go on, win that. Well done, Dyer. Much improved this half. Time, Lloris. Well done, Bentancur. Kane. Oh.
Come on, Kane. You're better than that, mate. That's lazy.
Come on, get the press on in the middle. Do not let them do this to us.
Nice.
Oh.
Gets it up. Finds Perisic. Perisic out to
Speed it
Bentancur.
up, Ben. Speed it up.
Yeah,
Let's go.
that's
Let's
it.
go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving. To Doherty. Doherty to Dyer.
Oh, Becky, get somewhere a bit more.
Out to Bentancur. It's good switch of play
Nice.
out to Perisic. Beautiful. He's been amazing today, Bentancur. Perisic, shit cross. Absolute shit.
Get there.
Picks it up.
Højbjerg.
Soft
Oh.
play. No. Bissouma.
Oh, what a
beautiful.
touch!
Oh.
Take it down.
Fine, fine.
Højbjerg. Oh, sir. Sir.
Oh my God. He's a joke. His
And
referee
yeah,
is
as
a
well. He
joke.
got taken down earlier. Sir.
How is that not a foul? You are having a fucking giraffe.
Fuck's sake.
This is going to be an exhausting, anxiety-ridden last 13 minutes.
But also as well, like Højbjerg got fouled back there earlier. He got absolutely taken out. Oh, Salah spinning him.
He's so good. He's so good. Well done, Longley. Just hold in there. Hold in there. Do your job. Well done. Everyone get back.
Just give us one last crisp, clean chance, please.
Yeah,
I'll
let it
take
fall
a point
to
at this point.
let it fall to Harry Kane. You take a point. Yeah, I'll take a point. I would have taken a point before the game started.
Come on, get after her. Tiring a little.
Oh
No,
no!
Oh, fucking hell. Who
Fuck.
picked him up, though? That's
Fuck.
how's it this
He was offside. He was offside. Surely he was offside.
I don't
Surely he
think
was
so.
offside.
No, I don't think he was.
No,
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
he's just run off Ben Davies.
Nah, he's offside there, mate.
I don't know about that, lad. It's 50-50.
Yeah, the ref put his flag up. No, the assistant ref put his
Right,
flag
come
up.
on. Let's go and get another chance here now. Come on, boys. Fucking hungry for this. Salzburg. Switch of play out to Perisic. That's on all game. Ball out wide to Doherty.
Doherty.
Doherty cushions it down. Composure here, Dyer. Good ball.
Oh, it's
Good
nice!
ball!
Oh!
Oh, with the header, just saved by Alisson.
Bent.
Couldn't get enough on it. Liverpool on the attack now.
Salah.
Come on, they're just going to waste time. Get after it.
I think we still got 2 chances in us, boys. 2 chances.
I hope so. I just want one more. Come on, it's up to us to fucking win it back. Standing there, watching them pass it around. Where's the brains in this? They're killing the game now. Go and win it back. You've got to go and press. You've got to show some urgency. Come on. That's more like it. Let's go. That's it. Just shift it out to the other side. Moon boots. That's it. Keep going forward. Basuma. Langley.
Nice Langley.
Out to Moon Boots. Goes for the long diag. Out to Perisic. Very good ball.
Nice
well
touch.
took down out the air. Perisic. He's facing Trent up. He's gone back. Zinedine Salzburg.
Sir!
Penalty. If he got that first, that's a penalty. They're going to let us look at it. If he punched him in the head, that's a penalty.
Oh, of course he's going to roll over. Oh, Dan fucking, what's his name? Who's that Instagram? No, who's that Instagram bloke with the beard who gets all the birds?
Sir! He punched him.
Bentancur won that. Or Doherty won that. That's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty.
That's got to be a pen, isn't it?
Isn't that another penalty shout? That has to be
Doherty's
another penalty
won it
shout.
first.
You've had 3 blatant. You've had 3 pretty questionable penalties.
I'll take it if it's given.
What was the second one?
The second one was when Kane was taken out by Konate, if I'm not taken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That also looked a little dicey. Didn't look very clean. Sessegnon shove. Now that.
So is there no injury time there for the 90 seconds? Because the coach didn't come on, the fitness guy didn't come on. Does that mean that he's just wasted 90 seconds and it's not going to count?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus, nearly handballed that.
I don't really. How are they not even looking at that? Okay.
Oh, good ball.
Perisic here. Goes for the first time.
Composure. Don't lose it. Just keep getting the ball in the box. Chance will present itself.
Yeah. Basuma. Bentancur. Kulusevski. Back post. Well saved by Perisic.
Let's go, Tottenham.
Basuma, pick it up again.
Højbjerg. Lovely ping. A lovely ping in Eric Dyer.
Fire. To Kulu. Facing up Curtis.
Oh,
Puts
Kulu.
it so
Yes! Oh. Yeah, he said he wanted whoever it was at the back post. He wanted to make a run there.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Longley he was aiming for.
He's so good.
Who is it? Højbjerg, maybe. Hard to tell who's there. Maybe just shoot, says Ribsy.
Gomez coming on. Come on. Nunes, they're going ultra defensively here, Liverpool. Going 5 across the back. Robbie Keane sitting there. Come on, ref. Don't let them time waste like this. Go on, Kulu. Go on, kid.
Well done, Kulu. Doherty here.
Time, Doherty.
Kulusevski.
That'll do. Come on. Let's get it back in play. Liverpool have all their backs against the wall. Matt Doherty.
Oh.
Basuma to Dyer. To Kulu.
Nice.
Kulu.
Oh, should have let that. Who took that away? Moon Boots took that away from Kane.
Don't foul him. Just go and win it back.
Why'd you take that away from him?
Shit.
Nice.
Pressure, well done.
Sir! Well done by Davies.
Come on, keep going. Keep grinding. Lucas Moura coming into the fray. Who's coming off? Basuma.
Played well today, I thought, Basuma.
He's played very well today. He played very well today. Well done, Basuma. Conte wants them to play it. Well done.
Perisic, one-on-one with Trent. Putting it in. Oh, no! How?
Bentancur flying in, just gone over his head. Doesn't look like this is going to be our day.
Oh, we've
Looks like
rattled the bar. We've hit the post.
Ball, they're all on side as well.
Oh.
Bentancur's on as well.
Oh,
No,
Two of them can't find it.
At the leap he wanted.
Just over his head.
Didn't get the leap he wanted.
Come on, let's keep going. Lucas, don't start flapping about now, mate. Well done. Let's get it back into play. That's ours, no? Come on, we just need that touch. Say, just keep recycling it. That's it.
Boyberg pings it.
Good
Doherty.
ball.
Ah.
Fucking shit, man. Take it down on the chest, you pussy.
Someone win it. Well
Well
done,
done,
Lucas.
Lucas.
Turn around.
Come on, get behind. Over hit the
Oh,
Perisic.
Davies.
It's a corner kick. Come on. Come on, we've got a couple from these. Come on. Good ball in here, Perisic. Please find the winning touch. Moon Boots, now's the time to atone your error.
Oh.
Get out.
It's out.
Get ball, boy. Give him the ball. Look at Matt Doherty. Play him again, Matt.
Get in there, Matt. Come on. That's shocking.
oh,
Oh, yes. Oh.
Win that, Perisic. Well done. Keep it alive. That's it. Bentancur.
Sir.
No. Well done, Rodrigo. Play out wide. Come on, keep it moving. Oh, another sub. Fuck off, club. Dickhead.
I feel like 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Forgot to give him instructions.
God, we gave him such a gift in that first half.
Oh, if Moon Boots didn't give away that fucking gift. Solely hinges on Moon Boots' gift, this.
If I think when I'm not even, I hate to say this too, even when I watched back the first goal, I think it was a well-worked goal by Liverpool, but it was, if I recall, it was kind of Moon Boots' man for Nunez as well, who originally got it. Kulusevski, though. Good ball! Oh!
Go on, Lucas. Keep it alive.
Lucas hitting the head there.
Win that Bentancur. Oh, he's sensational. He's just done. Keep going. Keep rotating it. Well done.
How have we not scored with some of these balls in? Lucas again.
No, we should have left
Why
that
is he
goal.
flicked it on like that? Oh,
No.
jeez. Who hit that? Was that Perisic? That's poor.
That was the chance. Lucas, if Lucas would have let that go and took his heel out the way.
oh, my ball in the
penalty.
box. It's got to be a pen.
Kick in the face.
Kick in the face in the box, ref.
Oh, please. Please.
That's got to be a VAR.
It's got to be.
What? If that's
Jesus
not
got
VAR.
it. Jesus got it against them.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
Of course not.
Yeah, Ribsy saying so many borderline decisions just not going our way. They haven't even looked at any of the borderline decisions. That's when you know it's a conspiracy, Ribsy, because they haven't even looked at a single one of them.
It's a joke. He's kicked them in the face. Moonboots put way too much on that. Come on, just give us one lucky bounce of the ball. Oh, he's injured now, is he?
Stephen Cartwright, just like someone said earlier, got to get shot in order to get a pen from this ref.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Nah, Lionel, fuck off. Yeah, we'll add on the minute that they took for the substitution as well. Don't leave Fabinho free. Someone step on it, make sure he doesn't get it.
I've also taken a minute over this whole free kick.
That's 2 minutes should be added on here. Well done, Bentancur. No,
he's fucking, of course, and he's blown it. Not even.
What a dickhead.
That ref. Jesus fucking
Christ. That's frustrating. Game over, everybody. Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1. And it's Eric Dyer's mistake that's ended up costing us the 3 points or a result there today. Yeah, disappointing.
Yeah. Sean, I'm not sure. I was told that maybe you had to go at some stage, but so yeah, Sean, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to come to you first. What's your sort of thoughts on this game? Anything that you need to get off your chest? Right now.
I think that. Look, I know what's going to happen, right? Like, I'm going to get slated for trying to put a positive spin on a loss because people are going to want to vent and frustrate and vent their frustrations and be angry with whatever. I don't think we played badly today. I think we absolutely dominated them in the second half. I think we had more than enough chances. I think in the first half,
chances.
I think we had chances as well. We had a penalty that should have been given that wasn't. Sessegnon
won that post as well.
We hit the post from, and by the way, I saw the replay. It did come off of Perisic's head. It was probably going to go in, and then it was a good save from Alisson in the end that hit the post. We had loads of chances. It was just like one really bad mistake and one really worked goal where the other team took their chance, and those things happen. But like, I just don't think it was. I don't think we should walk away with this with our head like drooped or stooped or held low. I think we should hold our head held high. On another day, given the difficulty with our squad choices right now, that's the way I'm choosing to see it. You guys can call me out. You can call me whatever you want to call me if you want. But I'm not that I'm disappointed with the result, but I'm really not that disappointed with the team performance. I'm disappointed with an individual or two's sloppy mistakes. But that's the way I choose to see it. And look, to each their own. They're all just opinions. Call me whatever you want to call me. It's all good. But I don't think it was as bad as what some people are probably going to make it out to be. Lads, I love you to pieces. I'm going to drop off though because I've got to get myself ready for another stream at 7. And
no worries, Sean. I
need to have a breather.
Sorry you couldn't be there because I think you're a good luck charm for anybody, and you could have been a good luck charm for maybe some of those efforts that went off the post and the woodwork, etc.
To be honest, mate, looking at the weather outside, I am really glad I wasn't there because I'd be starting a long 2.5 hour tread back, like a trek back home right now, and it was fun. Just fun sharing the afternoon with you guys. I love you both to pieces. I love you all in the comments, and I'll see you again soon. Yeah.
Right. See you, Sean. Thank you, my man.
Catch your brother. Catch your brother.
Jacko. Just on top of what Sean and there, I think, look, we made a good showing in the second half, but unfortunately, the damage was done in the first half by an individual error. I mean, stuff that I've said all summer long, all last season that we're capable of doing. Doesn't matter. And it showed there today. Nobody in a 10-mile radius of them. But it just shows there you don't need anybody. You're just capable of switching off and gifting them that result. And that's what we've done here today. We gifted them that result. We threw absolutely everything out of second half. Second half, I thought we were absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Jack, it was just a bridge too far today. We've done it the last 4 games on the trot, come back. You know, we picked up 10 points from losing positions today, going into today. But unfortunately, we couldn't do it again. It's a bridge too far. We can't keep gifting oppositions the leads the way we're gifting them and think we can claw it back in the second half.
Yeah, I just feel also deflated as well with the fact that we actually did miss a variety of chances. Let's be honest. We did get opportunities to actually make it 2-2, to make it equal. Like, we did miss some good chances there, especially even some of them were just really good balls into the box, really good, delivery, really good service, and nobody really there to meet it. Steve D, though, saying, and this is kind of where I think a lot of fans feel, though, and we're going to have to acknowledge this. He says, funny when we don't sit back and invite pressure, the defensive mistakes become absent. It's not rocket science.
Let me just comment on that to you quickly, Jack. Let me ask you a question off the back of Steve D. But did we sit back the first half? Because
No.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. I think we also
I think
created,
we tried
I
to
think
push
there were a
the
lot of
ball
people
back.
making efforts. I saw Bentancur was almost sitting as high as Harry Kane at times, looking to receive the ball and turn. Emerson and Perisic, I thought, or Emerson and Sessegnon were, they're wide with lots of tons of space available to them. It felt like actually we were deep in their half at multiple stages. It's not like we were struggling to get into Liverpool's half, and it's not like they were really buried deep in our half, and it's not like we couldn't get out. It wasn't like Arsenal or something where we couldn't get out. Like in Arsenal, we just couldn't get out of our own half. That was not the case in that first half, I would say. But
because we said it going into halftime, Jack. You know, if that second mistake didn't happen, we would have came out like we would have fancied ourselves going into the second half. But that second mistake was an absolute sucker punch. It was a blow to the gut, and ultimately it ended up being that. But I don't think we did sit back in the first half. I think we tried to play. I think we tried to get forward. I watched us try and press. Now, obviously, you can't keep that going for a whole half. There was maybe a little period where that dropped off a little.
Yeah.
But we were trying. Like that second goal that they got came from absolutely nothing. It just came from a long ball. It's bread and butter for your centre half. You ask any centre half, what do they want? Long, straight balls, because they just clear it every single day of the week. There's no pressure on the guy. We just gifted them a goal. And I don't think it was a case that we sat back all game. I don't think it was. It's just 2 defensive errors that cost us today.
Steve D's following up with that just quickly, just since he said, did we go at them as a home side in the first half? No. Steve, here's how I would counter as well, though. We didn't have players. Lucas apparently wasn't actually fit for this game. Kulusevski was also, as we know, coming back from injury, and we don't know his real availability going into this. And most people, if I recall, I was the only person that said start him for this game. Then everybody all of a sudden match day is like when he isn't started, they're like, why isn't he starting Kulu? Why isn't he starting Kulu? But I don't remember any of you guys saying that the day that I on the fan show saying that I would start of Kulu, but I wasn't even making a big deal of it because I know that he doesn't have a lot of options available to Steve D, especially again, the torture of having Sonny out the moment that we bring Kulusevski back, the moment that we can transition out of the 3-5-2 into the 3-4-3, Steve D. We all know that it is a more progressive formation. We create a lot more chances in that. We didn't get the chance to really play it today simply because Lucas really isn't fit. He really isn't actually available, whether you want to accept that or not. And then also when it comes to Hill Messi, as much as I would love to see him play there, something I might criticize him with, he doesn't want to give Hill chances, but it's just simple as he just doesn't want to give Hill chances. And since Sonny isn't available, he's left with nothing. And there's no Richie either. I think a lot of times we're finding ourselves, criticizing Conte for playing defensive, playing negative when he really hasn't had any of his full squad available this entire season at any stage. But we're just going to, I think, continue to ignore that. But Steve D, I think I'll just stand clear. I'd be happy to be slated as well. I think we did create chances in the first half. We went off the post. There were plenty of chances for Kane and Perisic at certain stages. Sessegnon as well was absolutely dreadful with all the time and opportunity that he had as well. Steve D, I think a lot of people probably agree with you. Believe me, I think it's very divided right now in the fan base about this result and about how we played in that first half. But I don't think we played in the first half nearly as bad as people made it out to be, except for, of course, an atrocious error from a certain Moonhead.
Well, that's what I would say to Steve D, because look, me and Steve D know each other. We go back and forth the whole time. And look, most weeks he blames Conte. But today I would say just put the blame where, like, it wasn't Conte that headed the ball down to Mo Salah.
Also, we missed sitters. Like we missed sitters, like as well, like towards the second half as well. Like we've now come out of this.
You know, asking to score 3 goals against Liverpool is a tough ask, though, Jack. But
Not
you
saying we
could
needed to score 3 goals, saying we could have
Yeah.
hit an equalizer. We had a chance. We had plenty of chances to even get an equalizer.
We could have, but if we don't give them that gift, I
Yeah.
guarantee you the momentum sticks with us in that second half, and we
True.
end up taking one of them chances. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Dark Sun G saying we were unlucky to lose this game. Stupid VAR. It's LIVERPOol, Dark Sun G, and I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you that. And it felt like not asking for all of those. I'm not asking for really half of those, you know, controversial decisions. I'm just asking them to look at one of them, Dark Sun G. It just felt like there were 1,000 different moments where the referee could have at least, or VAR could have at least intervened and just said, you know what, we're just going to take a look at this. Not even have them go to the monitor or anything. Just take a moment, just have the ref just sit there like they always do in other games. Just sit there, take a moment, have him, you know, put his hand to his earpiece and just listen to the VAR as they're checking it. But we never even got opportunities for them to even take a look at it. Dark Sunji, it's absolutely shameful. And it also just speaks to the fact that I think every other team gets that benefit of the doubt. Just seems like we just never get it. Daniel Larson here. That loss is all because of Dyer. End of story. This is where I think Davo and I am starting to feel about this, Daniel. It just isn't really, when you look at us conceding that first goal, again, I sort of kind of look at it. I'm pretty sure that Moon Boots could have probably done a bit better about maybe tracking the run of Nunez. I think actually Nunez, to be fair to him, did quite well with bringing it down and then giving it to Salah. And it was a good finish there from Salah. But if I do recall, if I even looked at that, I think it was more if you wanted to stop that goal, you stop that ball into Nunez. And if we wanted to stop that ball into Nunez, I think that was actually Dyer's man. I don't want to be too critical there because, I mean, you can be critical enough when it comes to the goal. He deliberately gives them a hand gift to them. He puts it in a nice bow and hands it to them. It felt like if we really only conceded that first goal, I mean, and we got that equalizer, which I'm pretty sure we would have anyway. We always seem to get an equalizer. We always seem to be able to get a goal in the second half. I think it really could have become anybody's game. But because we continue to become self-inflicted FC, Daniel, makes it a whole lot harder on ourselves. Jerome here with a super chat. Yeah.
What I will add to that, Jacko, is we can't keep sitting here and burying our head in the sand and pretending that some of these guys across the back line are good enough. We can't continue to do it. Now, if I can sit there over the summer and predict that these guys are going to cost you in big games, which they have done, then it just tells you everything you need to know, you know? And at the end of the day, we can't keep burying our head in the sand with it. We've got to fess up to it. Now, I know we've got to get this through somehow to the January transfer window, but we've got to now call it as it is. We've got to get defenders in here. We just have to. It's absolutely killing us. It killed us today. Killed us against Man United. Killed us against Newcastle. Killed us for the equaliser against West Ham. Absolutely killed us against Chelsea. It's killed us in the Champions League, Sporting Lisbon, games like that. Going 1 down to Marseille. The point is, it's making our job tougher than what it ever needs to be. Shore up that back line. Stop giving away these stupid, silly, needless goals we're giving away. We'll go on and win more games. In fact, we'll go on and do very well. We'll be very,
we
very
go on and get a point there. Not even that. We just get a point there if we don't even give away that goal. That's a point.
But Jack, that's the team, and this is the team. You're keeping the scoreboard ticking over. You're picking up results, and this is what this is. It's a results business.
Yeah.
You can't keep making your job harder than what it is. You come into the game 0-0 in a position where you're drawn and you can go on and win it, but you can also very easily lose it. Now, right now, 5 games on the trot, we've gone in losing at halftime. I'm failing to score now 7 games on the trot at halftime. This can't keep continuing. You can't keep putting yourself in a losing position and then looking at the rest of the boys up the midfield, the strikers, and go, okay, now, guys, now go and do your job. You know, you can't keep putting yourself in that position. You've got to maintain that you can't keep giving away goals in crucial moments of the game. You've got to be steely and nervy enough and good enough, savvy enough to see them through. And then you'll go on and start producing more wins on a regular basis. You start seeing us play better football. And we can't keep burying our head in the stands with it. Just call it out for what it is today. I don't want to hear anyone talk about contest tactics or anything today. You got them right. I don't want to hear anyone talk about midfield, wing backs, forward lines, chances missed. You're going to miss chances. It happens. But our defense or our forward line bail out our defense more often than what our back line bails out our forward line. And for me, you just put the culprit on the guy's door today. I know people are going to say, Dave, I don't want to be mean to Dyer. You know, he's a human being. Great. Fantastic. He's a human being, but I don't care how he feels. Look how he's made me feel today. Look at the shit I have to take today because of this guy. You know, just put the blame on his door. And he does two things. He either stands up to the criticism or he cowers away. And if he cowers away, he's never good enough to be here in the first place.
Spot on, Dave. Jerome here, who I know feels the same way, says high boot to the face on Mora, and we still got nothing there. Disappointed with another defensive error. I mean, Jerome, I bet you're more than disappointed with another defensive error because you're, I think, probably been seeing this all happen. I mean, Jerome, I think even yourself as well were probably in preseason seeing some of the mistakes we were making and thinking this is not going to come good, you know, down the road here, boys. But Jerome, the referee, there was just multiple occasions where, again, I'm not asking for every call. I'm just asking that we get maybe one of those. It feels like even Højbjerg's challenge made on him by Fabinho at the top of the box. I mean, he just absolutely stamps on his thigh there. Referee doesn't give anything. There are other moments where the referee just doesn't even give us a moment's look, immediately shrugs us off, is almost looking immediately to not give us that benefit of the doubt, especially Sessegnon's on Trent. It was like he was so eager to not give that a penalty or even think about it. And again, as well, multiple moments where VAR could have probably stepped in too there, Jerome. Multiple moments where he could have stepped in.
I'm just asking for a bit of consistency, Jack. I mean, Fulham got a penalty against Fulham got
just asking for 2 minutes just to the earpiece like every other team gets. Every other team, you see them stand there for 2 minutes. They look at it at every angle. Referee then maybe goes look at the monitor. We never even got a moment where the referee took a pause, paused the game just to even listen to his own fucking earpiece. We never even got that once from anybody.
Like you look at the penalty Jesus got against Liverpool, and then Lucas Moura gets kicked in the face after a header in the ball, not given. I mean, I'm just asking for a bit of consistency when it comes to Tottenham, if I'm being honest.
Absolutely.
Just check it. Just at least check it. That's what they do every other game.
Yeah, it's not like we're really asking for any of those calls or all those calls. We're just asking for consistency, and we're also just asking for, like I said, just them to look at it. Every other club, they always seem to be able to look at it. They always seem to pause the game and take a look at it. But with Spurs, it's all snappy. It's like they want to get out of there and beat the traffic. I just don't understand it with the refs when they come to our place. Big up Mia saying, I think first half mistakes cost us massively. You're absolutely right. Overall, I don't think we played awful, though. Those mistakes are always what cost us at the moment. It feels like we're self-inflicted FC, Mia. And by being self-inflicted FC, you can still play well. Like you can still make, good moments. You can still have good spells in the game, but you can just still give yourself away, or you can still lose the game just by individual errors and individual mistakes. I don't think it's really that crazy to think about that someone could make an individual mistake costly enough that leads to a goal, but you actually really, when you look at the whole game, weren't really playing that bad to deserve the goals that you conceded because of the individual mistakes. That's where I think we have to kind of come to terms with this, that we are a very self-inflicted team, and it doesn't really reflect Conte, it doesn't reflect the style of play. I don't think it really reflects a whole lot other than the players that are self-inflicting these mistakes. I mean, Moon Boots, again, is that really defensive football? You can't say he makes that mistake out of defensive football. He has 4 players around him with no Liverpool player pressing him whatsoever, and he just makes that sort of balloon of a airhead mistake. It doesn't really fall on anybody else. It doesn't fall on anybody else but him, and it's not a sort of, divide the blame, divide the pie of the blame scenario. It just sometimes has to fall on one guy, and it has to fall on a guy that let us down and simply got Liverpool even more breathing room when they didn't deserve it or even really do anything to earn it. And it hurts us, man. And I don't think it's that crazy to say that despite individual mistakes, Spurs can still have good spells in the game, and I think that was the case today.
Of course, look, we played well, Jack. There's plenty of positives. I think from midfield upwards, I think Emerson, as much as a defender guy,
better than Sessegnon, at least. You have to admit that. Better than Sessegnon.
Yeah, he was. But look, in terms of grand scheme of what he offered to the game, not much today.
Yeah, right.
Sessegnon off the other side, complete and utter shambles in the final third. Not good enough. Ben Davies at times, he done okay today. Langley, okay today. Dyer, 4 white jerseys around him. He can't find one. He just picks the one red one. It's absolutely disgraceful. But going forward from there, I think Højbjerg, Bentancur, Bissouma, I thought were exceptional as a midfield trio. I thought they won the midfield battle. Anytime the ball went in there, we got pressure on them. We turned it over and we tried to move up the field with it. I think Kane and Perisic worked incredibly hard up front today. I actually enjoyed it. I think it worked. I think they were trying to feed off each other. But again, it's just that back line, man. It just keeps costing us that first half, them rookie errors, mistakes. That, look, if we're being brutally honest, should not be happening at this level. We're in a situation right now, right? We've got Conte in charge. We've got Paratici bringing in players. And the whole aim is to be able to go and win stuff, to be able to go and challenge for a league title, to be able to go and pick up a League Cup, FA Cup, get a good run in the Champions League. That's the whole idea of this. And why are we going to keep persisting with guys that keep holding us back from achieving this? We know this because they held it. We couldn't even get through Europa Conference League. They went into a Zagreb game 2-0 up, still get knocked out. They go out early rounds of a cup to Colchester, teams like that. Why do we keep persisting with these same people that keep holding us back? Hopefully now, and look, we're at a point where we've done enough work this summer. We've got one major area to improve across this team this summer, and hopefully we get it done, because right now, it's the only thing holding us back. It's what held us back today.
Al Ben here with the super chat. He's saying, despite the loss, second half, we didn't know we could dominate teams like that. Tell something is wrong mentally with our approach. Absolutely. And again, like, did really Kulusevski, is he the only reason that, we started creating chances in the second half? As much as I think he was an absolute needed impact into the game, again, it's not like we didn't create chances in the first half. And Tabadam Duda, who I think I saw in the chat as well, Tabadam Duda brought up how we hit the bar twice. Like, we have to realize, like, we created chances, and the chances were simply missed. And it doesn't, again, fall everything on the players that missed the chances, but it's just kind of a thing where we like to look at the score line and then just immediately think that Spurs were just awful all game, that Spurs were dominated all game because of the score line. I think we just have to come to terms with individual errors can sometimes just make up the score line and be what you lose to. It doesn't have to be the team that lost. I hate to say it that way, and I hate to put so much pressure and so much blame on one sort of player, one sort of mistake, but it is ultimately what that is. It's not like Liverpool ended up scoring a third, Dave. They didn't score a third. If they had scored a third, could we have really put it all on Moon Boots? I know we would be putting a lot on him still, but you can't. I mean, you find yourself now with 2-0 down. Again, we hadn't even scored yet. It makes it worse, makes it 2-0 down. Felt like the boys were starting to rattle back as well, trying to rally back when they were even 1-0 down. It just gets made worse by 2-0 down. They made a good effort about it, and I just sometimes think we have to look at it, and it's like Spurs didn't actually play that bad to deserve being 2-0 down at halftime. I don't think they played poor enough to be 2-0 down at halftime. In fact, we played a whole lot better than we did against Bournemouth, is how I would even say it as well. A whole lot better, in my opinion.
Here's the team, Jack.
We were 2-0 down in that scenario, and we were 2-0 down in that game.
Here's the team, Jack, right? We failed to score in three games this season. Sporting in the Champions League, Man United, and who was the other game we failed to score against? There's one more in there, right? But it's 3 games we failed to score this season. Yeah. But all the other games, like, I think we've only kept a couple of clean sheets this season, and that there lies the problem. This is what I'm saying. Like, especially going into big games. Big games are usually decided by an odd goal. We know this. Everybody knows it. And that's why it's even more important in these games to have a much better backline, because they give you the opportunity to keep a clean sheet. It gives you the springboard to go on and to be able to win the game. And that's where these big moments, that's why we always find ourselves falling short. Yeah. And it's just a sad reality of it, is because we don't have the players to keep the mentality, keep their nerve about them in these big moments. So the problem is not scoring goals at Tottenham. So like I said, sometimes you've got to win 1-0. We can't do that. We're looking to have to go. We're looking for 45
We're
minutes.
Happening to win 3-2, 4-3.
Before 45 minutes football, to go and score 2 goals every week. It's not sustainable. That back line has to fucking improve. It's got to. It's killing us. Yeah, it's absolutely killing us.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Big up, Al Ben. Great comment, my man. Dark Sun G here. This is like that Man United away game last season. We lost to Salah, not Liverpool. Lloris should have expected Salah to shoot, but he just stood still. Very annoying. Maybe suggesting on the first goal there, maybe Lloris could have done a bit better. But
Yeah,
also
do you
as
know
well,
what?
like it's again, it's not that we lost to Liverpool, it's that Dyer had us lose to Liverpool in this game, Dark Sunji. And similar how that other game, like you just said, it was Salah that beat us, not Liverpool. And even that other match against Man United away last season, like you said, it was Ronaldo that beat us. It wasn't Man United. And I think in this game, it was Dyer that beat us. It wasn't Liverpool. Yeah,
Yeah.
spot on, my man.
Yeah, look, I think when you look at the with the first goal, I think it's just one of them. It's just if my memory serves me correctly, it's like a snapshot. And it's already beaten him before he's even seen it, really.
Dark Sun G
Which
saying a different ref officiating and in VAR would have made us win. 2 pens were robbed from us. Liverpool first away win had to be us, which is depressing. It didn't even really feel like a Dr. Tottenham scenario. It felt like a Dr. Tottenham scenario, not from the team. Again, it felt like from an individual mistake, individual errors was the Dr. Tottenham that gave Liverpool that bit of a confidence. But I'm not even asking for 2 penalties, Dark Sun G. I'm just asking for maybe 1 penalty check. That's really all I'm asking for. I think everybody's been incensed, Dave. They're crying out for at least 1 penalty this game. I'm even just making a point here. I'm just asking for them to check one of them,
Yeah,
just one of them. That's the
yeah.
standards that I've reached here. I just would be delighted. I'd be thrilled. I'd be celebrating if they even decided to review or check a penalty, Dark Sun
It
G.
seems like
That's
that
where
the
it's
only time
reaching
they're
is that
checking.
everybody thought we should have got one from one of those. Everybody feels like one of those penalty calls definitely could have been ours. But the fact that none of them were checked, like, it just shows that there has to be something against us, because I'll be honest, Dave, we don't expect them to be right all the time. They might, review one that was probably not even a stonewall. And then the next one right after, they don't review that was a total stonewall pen. I feel like it's become that stage. But my point being is that they didn't check a single one, not even a moment for the referee to take 30 seconds and put his hand to his freaking ear. It just speaks to it, Dark Sunji. It really does, my man. And I don't know. We hate to blame it on. I'm tired of even the referee. I'm just tired of even talking about the ref at this stage. But it feels like we sort of have to, and we have to mention it. It's not like, again, we're blaming the whole result on them, but we have to continue to mention how much harder the referees have made the games on us each game. It really is.
It just seems to me, Jack, that the only time we get
It's like 12 against 11. It feels like it's 12 against 11 each time.
It just seems to me the only time we see a VAR decision around here is when they're giving something against Tottenham or looking to not give Tottenham a stonewall penalty. It's just, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm getting pissed off with it. And the thing is, I can't accept wrong decisions, Jack. I mean, that's the whole reason why I was brought in, right? To illuminate human errors. So when you get to see it 5, 10, 25 times in some cases, like that West Ham game when they looked for every reason not to give us a penalty, it's kind of like I expect them to get it right. I just want consistency. How can you give a penalty in yesterday's game and not give one for the same thing shoving over Session in the box today? How can you give Jesus a penalty against Liverpool for a kick after the ball's gone and not give one to Lucas Moura when he's kicked in the face after he's headed the ball? It's just like, if that was outside the box, it's called high foot. Free kick every day of the week. It's just, I'm pissed off with it at this stage. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and keep blaming VAR and referees. Sometimes you got to make your own look. You can't keep relying on late goals, VAR referees, all this sort of stuff. It's all luck. You got to make your own look at some stage.
Steve D here saying, come on, lads. Sonny's been absent all season. I think that was when I responded by saying you have to give, a bit of credit to the fact that, we haven't had a full front line to pick from this season. But again, Sonny has been the secret weapon in the past games and past seasons against the likes of Liverpool. You look at that space they leave him behind, Steve D, all those long balls that worked into the likes of the wingers and whatnot. If we had Sonny running in behind, if we had somebody that could have stretched that back line, especially making runs off of Konate, who looked really shaky, I think Sonny would have had a field day. And honestly, I know he hasn't been the same player as he was last season, but I don't even think he's really been playing that poor in the past few games going into this. So I really do think he would have made a huge impact. So I know what point you're trying to make with how he hasn't been the same, Sonny, but believe me, I think Liverpool's defense really could have been gotten at with a player like that if we had it available to us. Sean Godwin saying we deserve to win that game. We deserved an equalizer, it felt like, and we deserved to at least be 1-1. Didn't deserve to be 2-0 down at halftime. That's how I felt, Sean. Did not deserve to be 2-0 down.
I think we were the better team today. I think we did deserve to win it. Well, We just make it hard on ourselves.
The Outlet saying we missed a load of chances today, robbed of a penalty. It always happens to us against Liverpool. That team that finished. Why didn't Conte pick that team from the start? He's thinking that the team that we played in the second half should have been the team that we played from the start. And a lot of fans do feel this way, Dave, in the chat. The Outlet is putting this here.
I'm not so sure, you know. I'm not
Just
so
feel
sure.
like if Kulusevski was 100% available, wouldn't he have played Kulusevski? It just
if there was 90 minutes in him, sure you got to start him, but I don't think there was. I said this on we were talking
I don't
coming
think
into
there
the
was.
game.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was 90 minutes in him. Look, with there not being 90 minutes, he's got to play Perisic up front, which means Ryan Sessegnon has to come in at left wing back. I mean, look, Emerson, Doherty. I think Emerson is better than Doherty, but unfortunately, when you pick these guys, it's like what one's going to turn up. You don't know, so it's like pick your poison. It's honestly, it's like trying to manage the Cray twins at time or Dennis the Menace. It's ridiculous. I think the midfield was grand. No, look, I don't agree with it because I even think second half, even until he made the change with Kulu, we were still getting forward. We were still creating chances and stuff like that. I do think Kulu added maybe that final ball, that extra bit of quality in the forward line to help us create them chances. But look, it comes down to the individual errors in the first half. I mean, you can't put the blame anywhere else today but fucking Moonhead.
No.
Sorry. If anyone tries to defend Moonhead today, I'm just going to bury my head in the sand, Jack. I'm just going to sit there like a worm waiting for a bird to pick me up.
Dark Sun G says, until we get a center back, let's go Davies, Longley, and Royale. How bad is it, Dark Sun G, that Conte has lost clearly all faith in Sanchez? Like, Sanchez is probably out the door as soon as possible, as soon as we can make it possible. He's lost all faith with that guy. Is he losing all faith with Dyer? He's really tried to pick him up in lots of occasions. He's really tried to be his biggest fan. He's tried to show him a lot of support. Dyer's starting to let him down. Like how Dyer let down Jose, let's be honest, too. Dyer let down Jose after playing well under him for a period of time as well. It's just similar vibes, Dark Sundry. And will Conte be brutal enough to sort of also just maybe, basically just show him the bench until he gets the reinforcements? He really is lucky by only having Leeds and Nottingham Forest left. If we have more games maybe to come, probably would have to consider maybe giving him a bit of Sanchez treatment, because I think that is probably just as poor of a mistake as Sanchez would have made. Let's be honest, just as poor of a mistake. I don't think it would have been any worse. Dark Sun G also saying, to be honest, Lucas should have rolled down like Lamella did. Yeah, definitely would have helped us. But I think, like I said, Dark Sun G, the other penalty shouts probably could have been looked at as well. It didn't even have to be Lucas's. Whichever one fans thought was the Stonewall pen, why didn't they even look at it then if they thought it was a Stonewall pen, if they thought it was something worth looking at? It doesn't even have to be the Lucas one. It can be two of those Kane challenges that were in the box that could have been penalties. Well, those ones on Session as well could have been looked at. It just feels like any one of those could have at least been looked at, Dark.
Supposedly they look at every decision, right? And they won't bring it up on screen if they're not reviewing it. But I mean, like here again, how can you give the penalty you've given at Fulham and not give Session today? How can you give the penalty you've given to Jesus against Liverpool, not giving Lucas's today? It's like it's the inconsistency and the whole thing with VAR. It was brought in to eliminate human error, but it's still a human making the final decision. So it's kind of like, and when the rules the way they are, and they're left open for interpretation, that's where you see one team given one day and not given the next day.
Yeah. Steve D asking here, so what was the difference between the first half and the second half? Steve D, we hit the post and hit the bar in both halves. Look at that as a similarity. Some of the chances we created via the same attacking patterns, I think, were exactly the same. The difference was that he brought on Kulusevski in the second half, and the difference was that he made changes in the wingbacks. But again, I just feel like there's so many limbs tied behind his back to start out this game. And if we're just going to ignore all the players he doesn't have available to him, all the different formations that he would normally be able to choose from, the different types of styles and patterns he could choose from with the personnel, he just doesn't have the personnel that he normally would have if he had a full squad available to him. Even if Kane, like Sean had brought up today, if Kane had been hurt, that would have been basically all 4 of our players who could basically play up top would have then been out if Kane had been hurt today. It just shows how thin bare this squad is. So if we're going to criticize Conte for picking a thin bare squad wrong, be my guest. But that's how I feel about it, Steve D. And also, I think we created chances in the first half that I feel like personally you might be ignoring.
I think it's just absolute madness to direct any of this at Conte today. I mean, it's like you're literally blaming him for Eric Dyer having 4 white shirts around and 1 red shirt and going, do you know what? I'll gift it to Mo Salah. But not only that, I'll make sure he's clean through when I do it as well. You know, it's like you can't blame Conte for that. The other goal, where Darren Núñez is sitting for free in the middle to hold it up, no one marking him, no one out there, no urgency to come and close down. You can't blame Conte for that. It's just the basics of defending. Like that second goal, that's just a long ball, long day out forward. Go and ask any, it doesn't even have to be a Premier League footballer. Go and ask any Sunday League centre-back. What do they want most? What's their bread and butter? Long direct balls, just clear it all day long. Especially if they're the sort of old-fashioned centre-back, which is what Dyer's supposed to be. Just put the blame where it deserves to go. Just put it like you can't blame Conte for today. He's not instructing these players to keep gifting away goals the way they are. No. He's just not. He's not. I'd be staggered, Jack, if I walked into the dressing room and on the whiteboard it was like Eric Dyer, gift Mo Salah a goal, make the game harder for us. I'd be staggered if he says, just leave Darwin Núñez free to lay it off to Mo Salah without putting any pressure on it when it's on the top of your box. I'd be absolutely staggered if that was the instructions in the team talk. If it is, sack him. But one thing I can guarantee you, it's not. You seem to forget, this is the same Eric Dyer that was top of the league under Jose Mourinho when the big games came around. Absolutely faulted, crumbled, and went on to have a miserable second half of the season.
To be
same
fair,
they're using, by the way.
To be fair to Steve D, if I could concede and say that the lineup, of course, that we had in the second half, I would have rather had begun with, but I'm pretty sure Conte would have rather begun with it as well if he knew he could have done it. Like, these players, again, are either returning from injury, in the case of Lucas, who really isn't actually that available, and he's been shocking since he's come on, so I don't even know why we would even want him on the pitch in the first place. And then also Hill Messi, we know he just doesn't trust, and it's simple as, so we just have to get used to it. It's a Jet Spence scenario. And then with Kulusevski, like, I had been probably the only one that I recalled on that fan show asking for Kulusevski to be started on that day, and even risked. I said I'd be happy to risk him. I'd be happy to maybe push him a bit in case, even if it does exaggerate an injury or anything, because I felt that desperate for Kulusevski. I did not get that energy on the fan show from anybody. Everybody was saying, Jack, you got to be patient, bring him on in the second half. That's exactly what Conte did. What else do you want? I really don't understand, because again, I was not met with that energy on the fan show. You might have felt that way too, Steve D. If you did, then again, you're absolutely right if you feel that way. But again, I did not hear many people asking, being in my boat, saying risk Kulusevski to start him. I said risk him. I really did. Even if I knew he wasn't 100%, I said risk him. Most people said be patient, and that's what Conte did. He was patient, and he brought him on in the second half like how everybody wanted. Welsh gal here, they make a rod off their own backs. Great show, lads, as always. Big up, Welsh gal. Honestly, you're gonna have to tuck into some type of IPA that can make yourself maybe feel a bit better after this one, Welsh gal. But I really do appreciate the support as always, and really do appreciate your I don't know, Dave, just continued support through the thick and the thin. I must say, Welsh gal's been here, I think, through the worst of times, especially recently. So big up.
No, big up Welsh guy. Really appreciate the support. Look, she's right. We just keep making these rods off our own backs. Look, all you got to do is just get up Tottenham's fixtures. You don't even have to go into debt. Just look at them and see how many clean sheets we've kept compared to how many times we haven't scored goals. And it'll tell you where the main problem is straight away without looking at it. You look at it and you go, oh, too many ones and twos for the opposition. Got to improve that back line. It's so easy, so obvious.
Spurs 89, no need for analysis. Dyer screwed us today. I think that's how Dave feels about this one. Not really need to overcomplicate it when you just have a moonhead in the back.
I mean, look, if there's anyone out there
in a gift-wrapped box.
there's anyone out there that thinks I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But I mean, I'm just, you're not going to change my mind.
2J here. Big up 2J. Good to see you in here, my man. Sorry, but Mora is an idiot for not going down, holding his face. He got kicked in the head. Any Liverpool player would have gone down screaming and have made VAR look and get a penalty.
Actually,
I didn't even really get a chance to get a real look at it, 2J. I feel like I sort of missed it. But if it's as bad as people has made it out to be, and a lot of people have thought that was the more stone wall of all of them, if Lucas really didn't make any sort of effort whatsoever, I am disappointed with that, because he's been useless when the ball at his feet. So he might as well be useful when we need him to try to earn us a penalty after being kicked in the head. I absolutely agree. If that actually happened, if that really is, the case, then I can't believe that he's become that useless that he can't even flop to get us a penalty of any case. And if it really was that Stonewall that wouldn't even have taken a dive or a bit of acting, all he needed to do is act like anybody else would who got kicked in the head. It's just disappointing. It just shows he can't do well with the ball at his feet, and now he can't even do well when he gets kicked in the head. Another thing as well, if Hill Messi maybe had been put on, perhaps Hill Messi would have done a bit better if he had got kicked in the face, maybe in that position. But another thing too, Jay, is that, like I said, not even just Lucas, though, there. I probably appreciate what you're saying, and I probably agree with you. But when it comes to even Lucas's decision, it felt like there were other ones that the players did actually a decent job for, with actually trying to show to the ref that there was a foul there, but they just didn't get it. And the referee just felt so convinced anytime that there was any sort of, maybe hope for a Spurs penalty. He was very eager and very happy to make sure that we weren't going to get a single look at it. But big up, though, too, Jay. Appreciate your support, my man.
This is where it shows, Jack, we've got more work to do in the transfer markets, because some of these players have been here for years. I mean, with years, just post-develop experience. Now, what winners do, and natural winners, even if it's not with you and you're a smart guy, you can pick it up off someone like Jose Mourinho and Conte, who you just know they're asking their players to do that. Roll around, exaggerate, try and make them check. Look, for me, you've got to do that. It just comes down to being the nice guys all the time. You've got to stop being Mr. Nice Guys. Go down, roll around, exactly. Ask the question, force them to look at it, force them to double look at it. You know what I mean? Double check it, make sure that they look at it, go, hang on, have we got this right? Have another look at it. It's all them little things can help you in games. It's all them little fine margins that we need to be bringing into this team. Yeah. He's right, too, and Dark Sunji alluded to it. They're right. Should have went down and made a meal over instead of standing there like a nice
Especially
guy.
if that's true. Especially if that's true, 2J. That one I actually didn't get as good of a look at, 2J, but like I said, it felt like there were a few, if not four, that I can actually think of where they were all sort of contentious, or at least maybe worth taking a look at, and not a single moment even given, not a single moment even taken. Cool Sexy Football with a super chat. Another Conte masterclass with sarcasm, sets us up to defend, soaks up everything with dodgy defenders, and we wonder why we're behind week in, week out, rinse and repeat. Here's what I'd say to you, Kulusexy, is two managers that were known for very progressive football have played just recently very defensive, negative, counterattacking football. Look at Klopp today. Look how many decisions once he went 2-0 up. Look how many players he put onto the pitch, not to give them cameos or perhaps get the extra goal. Every single player he brought onto the pitch was to see out the game as a 2-0 win. So tell me that. Another thing as well is you look at Pochettino, a guy who had probably the most wealth of players attacking wise in his team, also had very, very good defenders to choose from in his team, still ended up sitting very deep in the Champions League, still ended up basically conceding, what was it, like 80% possession to Bayern in that one game, some of the highest possession figures I think any team had ever had in a game like that. So these are, again, two examples of, I would say, progressive managers showing that when they feel like they need to, they will sit back and they will sit deep. Sure, maybe Conte, you might think, does it more than others. I don't think there's really a problem with that, especially because there is no issue with sitting back and sitting deep, especially against a team like Liverpool, where that is kind of the game plan, because they always want to sit high. They always are willing to leave that space behind. And we usually are a team that does very well at taking advantage of that. I don't think it falls on Conte for a Dyer single-handedly giving them goals, Lloris single-handedly giving them goals. These individual self-inflicted mistakes don't fall on Conte. And I must say, even today, a very progressive manager who is standing right next to Conte, all the substitutions he made today were all you could maybe label. I don't label them this way, but some people might, as negative substitutions to try to see out the game. He didn't bring on any strikers or any attackers or anything. He brought on extra midfielders and more defenders.
I'll also add to that by saying that you can't put the fact that one of Dyer, Davies, or Sanchez or both have to play at times. Can't put that on him. Put that on the club for giving these guys new contracts. Put that on the club for not doing more in the transfer market. I mean, I sat here and called it because I could foresee this coming. So who the fuck in the club is saying, no, hang on a minute, we don't need to get defenders here. You know, screw Dave. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So if I can sit there and do that, someone that's being paid in their role should be able to spot that. So for me, let's not put that on Conte. He's got to pick one of them. He's got to. And I just don't think you can put that on Conte, to be honest with you. And that's why when you look at some of the goals we concede, it's actually because the back line's high enough up the field. It's runs in behind they can't handle. It's, you know, giving them headers when there's no one around them and stuff like that. You know, if we go pressing higher up the field, they're going to be even more exposed.
Yeah.
Now,
that's another thing. We're still going to concede just as many goals if we play a high line. We're conceding just as many.
We haven't learned our lesson, Jack. We have not learned our lesson. And ask yourselves this. If the club knew that back line was good enough, do you not think they would have brought in a manager to play that way? They're not stupid. Reason why they brought in 3 defensive managers on the trot since Pochettino's got sacked is because they feel them defenders are good enough and these managers can get more out of them. But it also saves them having to spend huge money on a back line. Everyone knows how important defenders are. And because nowadays it's a rarity to find a good one, there's a premium on them.
Yeah.
So you got to ask yourself a question, like, why have we brought in 3 defensive managers since Pochettino? And the difference, you know, you've got to ask yourself that question. It's because they know the defense is good enough, so they're bringing a defensive-minded coach to set them up as a unit.
Sexy. Those are my reasonings, though. I just feel like I feel like sometimes progressive managers that play maybe more kind of open, you know, progressive, positive, as you might put it, you know, football often themselves can be found very guilty of the same things that you might be accusing Conte of. But a lot of fans feel the same way as you. It's just, I'm going to give you my honest answer. So big up, Sexy. Appreciate your support, my man. And we needed you more today. I needed a 90 minutes out of you today, my man. Jory saying, all positives today, apart from the same players that have sunk our club for half a decade now. New defense now. It's hilarious, I must say, the polarity of this chat right now, Dave, because it's everybody that seems to sort of find it to be the same, maybe reasons that they blamed before Conte, whereas others have come out of it like it's just Moonhead, guys. Nothing more, you know, complicated than that. And it is an interesting one that there's kind of the 2 big takes from it, or that maybe Conte is putting ourselves in this position, while other people, I think me included, are kind of like, lads, like it's not much more complicated than Moonhead just giving them a bone, you know, just a gift wrapped box of a goal. Like it's just how it is. It's just self-inflicted FC is what we turned into, and self-inflicted FC means we needed new defense, like Joria said there.
Here's the thing, though.
We continue to want to as well, Jory. We continue to want to, as fans, it feels like, ask for investment in other areas before we ask first and foremost investment in the defense. It feels like we're like, bring James Maddison in before we say in bring Bastoni.
Yeah, 100%. But do you know what? And I think everyone would agree we've played well. But do you know what? Unfortunately, someone like Basuma's performance today will go under the radar, unnoticed and unpraised. Other people's performances there tonight, Bentancur, will go under the radar and unpraised because of Moonhead. You know,
Newcastle, remember? Newcastle was that way, right? Where there were some good performances out there. Remember, we said Emerson played well on that day. I think Kane played all right on that day. There were some players. Bentancur was another one, had a brilliant performance, remember, on that day against Newcastle, all overshadowed by individual mistakes and in a horrible scoreline forced by those individual mistakes, Dave.
And this is the problem. Right. This is the problem, Jack. I mean, you know, look, not only that, they've been letting Kane and Sundown and people like this at this club for a while now. Like, how can you be top of the league under Jose and then all of a sudden completely capitulate? You know, Sometimes we got close under Pochettino, capitulated. Under Nuno, started well, 3 on the bounce, then went on a dismal run. With Conte, it's kind of like we're up 1 minute, down the next minute. And it's like, the reason why that's happening is because we keep conceding goals. We keep going in at halftime in a losing position. And it's just like, it's got to change. It's got to change. These guys are holding back this football club from progressing. We've tried to progress over years, but when you got to keep persisting with these same losers, and that's what they are. I'm not even being nice to them. It's just loserish. When you've got to persist with them, a lot of the other teams that where we spent money on, these guys have come in and performed, they're now suffering the same as Kane and Son. A lot of what they do is going unnoticed because of rookie errors like this.
Dark Sunji, big up, Jory, my man. And like I said, hopefully you can join us for a debate show this upcoming.
I'm just running to the toilet quickly, Jack.
No worries. This upcoming week. Dark Sunji saying with a super chat, I seriously think that Dyer hates Lloris and that he makes life harder on him. The only VAR check we had was the one against the Gooners, and even then they reluctantly checked it after that Cootie versus Cuckoo or the Cucurella. Yeah, absolutely right. Dark Sunji, it feels like when it just quickly on the VAR. That's what I even mean by like my standards. Like I think if we probably got more VAR decisions, I'd probably be even more incensed. But the fact that I'm actually just asking at this stage just for them to check it, because it really does feel that way where every other team gets a check. Every other team, you see the referee takes 6-7 minutes, with a hand to his ear, or he gets, shown the monitor, or even just when you're watching the game. Let's be honest, just watching the game, the broadcast from either, I guess for me with the Yanks, it's Peacock and NBC Sports, they don't even show replays, like barely any. Whereas you watch any other game, you see 1,000 replays, 1,000 different angles for it. And VAR just, they're either turned off, asleep, or just can't be asked, it feels like, for a Spurs game. And honestly, I can't even name the last time we even had a VAR check. Like you said, I guess it was against the Gooners for that Richarlison penalty. You're probably right. But that just shows actually just how little we really do get from the VAR. And if anything we do get from the VAR, it's probably going to be actually taken away from us than it ever is going to be given to us, Dark Sunji. And then when it comes to Dyer hating Lloris and making life harder on him, I think he does, especially with the back passes and with all the shocking sort of passes he plays back to him. At one stage, after conceding that goal, Dyer did, I remember he gave Lloris a shocking back pass where Lloris had no options afterward. And kind of in true Lloris fashion, he made it look even more worrisome than it needed to be. But another thing, too, is that I actually subscribe to that theory that Lloris is very sketchy with his feet. Lloris is not good with his feet. But I actually think these players like Eric Dyer have made Hugo probably look even worse with his feet than maybe he is, just simply because they're giving him these shocking back passes where he has no passes to play to. And when they're supposed to be trying to play out of the back, not constantly pinging the ball forward, not constantly losing possession and just hoofing it long, Lloris is probably just left with either I only have to hoof it, or I'm going to have to just come up with some ridiculous De Bruyne-like pass out of my pocket, and he's not going to be able to do it. And so you're right. I think Dyer puts more pressure on Lloris, makes his life a whole lot harder, but I will probably concede as well and say Lloris hasn't made any of their lives a lot easier either with some of the mistakes he's made this season. They both, let's be honest, Dark Sunji, have had their moments, but especially Moonhead. You're right, Dark Sunji, especially him.
They've all done it, man, and I'm just sick of it, Jacko. Yeah. I'm sick of it.
It's not just Dyer. You're right. It's been Lloris a part of self-inflicted FC. He's been a part of it too.
It's fucking Davies. If it's not Davies, it's Matt Doherty. If it's not Doherty, it's Sessegnon. I'm just absolutely tired of it. I'm fed up of it. I'm sick of it. Can't keep going in watching games. Tottenham 1-0 down at halftime, 2-0 down at halftime. Oh, and we're sitting here. Great effort in the second half. Fuck off. Just give me 90 minutes. The full 90-minute performance from everybody. Everybody. And unfortunately, because it's one or the other every single game, it feels like it rubs off on everyone. They're all looking at, we're all looking at each other. Who's it going to be? You bet your bottom dollar they're all looking at each other going, okay, which one is it today? It's got to stop, man. It's killing us. Fed up of it. I've had enough of it.
Jory, Conte's team selection and formation was spot on. It feels like either there's two ways of going about this game. Either it's Antonio Conte's fault, which a lot of fans do feel that way, Jory. We have to accept that. Or you just feel like it just falls on the individual mistakes and the self-inflicted FC. I really think with also how many limbs he's had tied behind his back, with what players he's had to choose from, how few players he's had to choose from, Jory, I actually thought the formation and how he went about it today in the first half wasn't really that bad. Really wasn't. I actually saw where he was coming from. Even Sean, who was, I think, a very sort of, how would we put it, Dave? One week he's praising Conte. The next week, he'll point out the things that he feel like he got wrong. I think Sean is very sort of kind of, week by week with Conte. I think he has faith in Conte, but he likes to point out the things maybe that he didn't get right, or maybe he thought that he got wrong. And this week, even Jory, Sean was like, that's the starting formation I would have went with. And Sean even admitted that it was a headache to pick a starting team for this Liverpool game, considering the news and everything. So again, I find myself in the same position as you there, Jory. Al Ben, Emerson, game after game, he shows as poor and dog poor. Why not give Doherty and Spence 2 or 3 games? Let them prove that they are worse than Royale. Here's my thing, actually. Doherty was given 3 games. Al Ben, he literally was given 3 games. And I don't think he really did a whole lot to prove that he was better than Royale. He was given Everton, Newcastle, and Manchester United, all 3 different types of opponents, all 3 different types of games. Also, as well, he was given Brighton. He was also given Brighton as well. So he was actually given 4 games in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So when you really look at it, I mean, he was given a lot of opportunities to maybe take the spot back from Royale, and I don't really think he did a whole lot with it. When it comes to Spence, absolutely concede to you. Absolutely, would say you're right. It's a whole different story. I can't even comment on Spence because all we know is maybe he's not doing it in training, but certainly he probably would bring a lot of things that Royale doesn't. But I have to maybe push back to you a little bit here, Alban. I mean, Doherty was given like 4 games in a row.
Here's the inconsistency, though, and it's kind of like what I will agree with Alban is I agree with anyone that says it. Give Spence a chance. You don't know what you're going to get. When you look at it, right?
You can say you got that. I think it's like Brian Hill is where Conte is getting it a bit wrong. He needs to think about him instead of Lucas. And when it comes to Spence, I think he has to give him more of a chance. But
100%.
Yeah, but with Doherty, he did give him a huge chance. He gave him 4 games.
This is the thing. When you look at the right wing back situation, right? Doherty got 3 Premier League games on the trot because Emerson was suspended. People say he played well against Brighton. He didn't. He didn't get beyond the halfway line. He was shit. He played 1 good 45 minutes against Everton and was shit against Man United. But then you go to Emerson, shit against Bournemouth, could change the game against Marseille, and not good today. So it's kind of like, it doesn't matter who you pick. It does not matter who you pick right now. You just don't know what you're going to get. And it's the same. You could even say the same for Spencer. You don't know what he's going to do when he comes in.
Yeah.
We're in a situation right now where it doesn't matter what one of the 3 you pick. You literally don't know what they're going to deliver. But again, this is the problem with the back line. You need consistency. You need people that you can rely on, that you know that is going to deliver, that when they make a shot, you go, or when they make an error, you go, fuck me, that's out of character. Yeah. Not unfortunately going, well, we know this is going to happen. And this is the problem. This is the biggest problem. You need someone that's consistency. That is consistent.
Indisputably better. I think the issue. We find ourselves, and I'll admit it. I mean, Al, this is classic sort of, as Mia has put it in the past, the sort of micro penis competition where we are just sort of discussing not good enough right wing backs, and we're all kind of picking our camps of which sort of shit right wing back to choose from, apart from Spence. And some of us find ourselves in the Emerson camp, some of us find ourselves in the Doherty camp. We all probably will concede and say that we need better, and we need something more convincing and something a whole lot just better in quality. But I have to push back against Doherty given chances. I think he's been given plenty of chances this season.
I mean, the guy had a full year before Emerson got here, if we're being brutally honest. He had a full year of chances.
Yeah, but with Spence, I'll completely concede to Al. And it's one of those things that Conte, I think, has gotten wrong, is the Spence situation. Even if he doesn't like Spence, I think he still could have given him more of a chance than he has.
Yeah.
THFC Till I Die with a super sticker. Just smiley face and cool glasses. Dermot, I wish I could be putting on that right now, but got to face the fans here, and I got to face the music and face the noise here. And I think a lot of us Spurs fans have. Wish I could put on the glasses and chill, Dermot, but it's not that time, my man. Big up, brother, though. Appreciate your support. To bottom dude, Liverpool were defending for the last 25 to 30 minutes and waiting to hit on the counter. That allowed us to play attacking football. We cannot start that way with this defense, or we'd be 3 to 4 down easily. I completely agree with you, to bottom dude. And also another thing that I think to bottom dude would agree with me earlier that I was saying, Jurgen Klopp, a guy who's praised for very progressive attacking football, made only defensive substitutions when they went up in the game. And that just sort of speaks to, again, if that were Conte making those substitutions, he would have gotten slated for that Henderson sub.
Right, I'm going to log out and log back in.
Okay, no worries. But Liverpool, like I said, I feel like, again, defending the last 25 to 30 minutes, like he's at the bottom, dude. And another thing is that Jurgen Klopp, somebody who's praised as being a progressive manager, is probably not going to receive the criticism for making defensive substitutions like a guy that Conte would. Dark Sun G saying, to be honest, to score one goal to equalize, we should have changed Dyer for Sanchez for set piece corners. Dyer's our only header threat that went in versus Southampton in the game one. Yeah, it's true that Dyer really isn't actually that much of a threat. Feels like he gets on the end of them, though, Dark Sun G. He's just missed them. Wasn't it that Newcastle game or the most recent game? Or no, it was one of the games recently where he made an atrocious error, not as nearly as bad as this one, but he missed a lot of chances to get us back into the game after making a poor error as well. I'm pretty sure it might have been Newcastle where he missed a lot of glorious chances actually from set pieces there, Dark Sun G. And I feel like we should have had an equalizer, even if we were unfair to be 2-0 down. It felt like once we got that 1-1 equalizer, we would probably do that 2-2 equalizer, and we just didn't get it. Longley missed a good chance. Perisic did miss some decent chances, I must say, at the end of the day as well. But Dark Sun G, all I can say to you is I feel like maybe Sanchez, is it really that worth it to bring him on? I'm not sure, but I know what you're trying to go for. You want more of that set piece sort of threat. Sanchez is more of a set piece threat than Moon Boots, and he probably finishes actually his chances more than Moon Boots does. I mean, say what you will about Sanchez's defensive abilities, which are absolutely atrocious, but he does actually do quite well in the opposition box. I've even said before, he does better in the opposition box than he does in his own box. Big up to Dark Sun G. Bottom Duda here saying whoever doesn't start somehow had the power to come on and win the game. Fans never change like we are. Madrid, Tanganga is prime Ramos, Hill is prime Figo, Conte out. He doesn't understand football. I know what you're trying to say here, to bottom Duda, where you're just kind of thinking that fans are basically thinking that Lucas, Hill, etc., are all going to make massive impacts, and Conte should see that, and they just probably won't. Ultimately, they don't really have the quality to really make that real impact like we probably think that they would. But I feel like he does maybe get the Spence situation. Maybe if I were to concede something, maybe the Hill situation, the Spence situation, he has gotten a bit wrong. But if we're really going to say Conte out over that, like you just said there, it's just completely out of line. It's completely ridiculous. But to bottom dude, all I have to say to you is I just feel like if we were going to continue again to sort of throw the manager under the bus when these sort of same players in the back line have stuck around, again, I just feel like we're making a huge mistake here, my man. We're just making a huge mistake. And when it comes to Hill, I'd like to think he's a prime Figo, but that's probably just because I'm a little bit crazy there to bottom dude. That's probably just because I'm a little bit crazy. I'm going to try to bring Dave back in here, everybody, in just a minute. From what I can tell, I think the stream has been going okay for the most part. So, okay. Big up to bottom dude though. But as part from, I agree with you everything about there completely, except for maybe Hill being prime Figo is a bit of sarcasm. I'd like to think that Hill is prime Figo. Only kidding though, my man. Big up Darkson. Big up bottom dude. I appreciate your support, and feel free as well to leave me a text as well, my man. About what your thoughts are on the game and just this whole shit show of a situation. Dark Sun G, imagine a back three of Fridge, Moon Boots, and Joe Gomez. I don't even want to think about it, Dark Sun G. And I feel like I'm this desperate though. Like, is Joe Gomez that much worse than really like Sanchez or Eric Dyer? I've come to that stage where I'm not even sure who's worse than the others. They really have let me down in so many ways, Darkson G. I'd almost take Joe Gomez. That's how low the bar has gotten with these center backs, that a guy as calamity full as Joe Gomez, I feel like is probably even more rock solid than Sanchez or Moon Boots. But that's
He's an
just
upgrade
me.
on what we have.
I think Moon Boots has become the new Fridge, if anything. It's that, in fact, it's Fridge and Moonhead is Harry Guire and Eric Dyer. And I think it was even your own outlet, Dad, or your own outlet, Dave, that said he's happy at least that Eric Dyer will probably make the plane to England.
But that's the
and
problem,
join the
Jack.
Fridge.
Jack, that's the problem. That's where this comes about today. He also said, look, nice touch to send Ventroni a jersey signed saying you got me to wear this jersey again. Fair enough, but it's like he's got carried away with himself. You know, it's kind of like I don't know what the problem is with the guy, Jack. I do actually. He's just not good enough. He's just not good enough. Just switches off. Like the thing is, he'll get England so far, and he'll cost you in the quarters of the semis. He's like that. I wouldn't want him in my back line if I go that far in a tournament. I wouldn't trust the guy. Honestly, I wouldn't trust him with my shopping, Jack.
Liverpool, Darkson G says, always gets away with fouls against us. Thiago tackle against Kane 2 years ago at home. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg debut goal match as well. Fabinho, he's saying, I think that was the match where Højbjerg got that debut goal. Fabinho elbow to Son, and now as well.
That was
today,
last.
That Fabinho elbow, I actually recall. I'm not recalling the Thiago tackle maybe as much, Darkson G, but like I said, I don't even need to question your memory because it's absolutely ridiculous. But Dave, that Fabinho elbow is absolutely spot on. I do remember that atrocity. And then also as well, it just feels like, I'll be honest, that theory you mentioned today, and I'd be curious to see what Darkson G has to say about this. It feels like maybe these young progressive managers that are maybe doing a bit more of like the sort of aesthetically pleasing football have been given these sort of benefits of doubts. Because I even saw today, Dave, in that Villa game where Martinez just blatantly just elbows Leon Bailey in the stomach off the field of play as well. Like not even on the field, off the field of play, and knocks the wind out of Bailey. Like you could tell the wind was definitely knocked out of him from it as well. Like almost assault in real life when you really think about it. And they don't even look at it. It wasn't even a VAR decision or a VAR, look at it all. And I'm starting to think that these young, sort of maybe it is a ridiculous theory, and I am growing more deluded, I think, by the minute here. So please, people, give me, a bit of benefit of the doubt, just because I've been going through all these defeats and it's getting a little rough here. But I am trying to search for reasons for why we're not getting even a single look. Not even all I'm asking for is just, like I said, just a moment for the referee just to even consider the VAR, just to even consider it. That's all. Just a consideration is all I'm asking for. I'm not even asking for, blatant penalty like, Liverpool do. Liverpool, they'll ask for a full-blown pen. Arsenal, they'll ask for a pen. Just asking for consideration.
I mean, remember years ago when Son got sent off against Chelsea and they went into, he moved his boot an inch upwards, which means he meant it. And then, and then he just gets elbowed by Fabinho there last season and nothing given. I mean, it's just the inconsistency of it. I'm fed up with it, Jack. I'll be honest. Until they learn to use it properly, get it fucking gone out of my game. It's destroying it. It's killing the passion. It's killing momentum in games. They like games where they don't need to check shit. They're checking shit. Games where they need to check shit. They're not checking shit. I mean, for me, until someone gets a full grip on it, a full handle on it, get rid of it. It was supposed to be brought in to eliminate human error. And it just seems every single weekend, rather than talk about the football, the goals scored, some lovely play by teams, whatever, all you're talking about is VAR, right? And unfortunately, it's a lucrative business as well. Sky Sports, BT Sports are rolling out referees like they're fucking celebrities. You know what I mean?
Darkson G as well saying, let's hope we get top four and hope Udogie will be great. I mean, big shout out here, but Sassuolo really was that. This was one of Sassuolo's, I think, worst performances I've seen really from him this season. Yeah, 2 games, especially after having a shocking one against Marseille as well. And also playing in his more natural position. Maybe you want to give him the benefit of the doubt when he was played on the right, but now being played on the left, and we had Perisic up top with Kane, we needed a big performance from Sassuolo. And I think Emerson, again, didn't step up either, but I thought going forward was offering a whole lot more than than Sessegnon was. Just
Mhm.
Sessegnon, any chance that guy got to even put a ball into Kane or even just put a ball into a forward player, he just missed. It felt like he didn't make any sort of progressive pass, didn't make any sort of cross, just wasn't really doing anything. And he was also just being read by Trent way too easily, like a
Yeah.
guy that's pretty shocking at defending and losing a lot of confidence game by game with defending. He felt like it was just too easy for him to defend Sessegnon, which is a worry. Udogie, I think, will make him look certainly
I
maybe.
can't wait.
Yeah, just the difference between the two, I think, will become night and day, Dark Sun G. He also says here, we need to keep Longley and sell Dumb and Dumber. He's lost faith with Sanchez, clearly. He's lost faith with Sanchez, clearly, Dark Sun G. Is he going to lose faith with Dyer? Unless he knows that there's going to be real backup, I think in January, I think Conte sadly is going to have to continue to face moon boots and continue to sort of find a way to get it to work with him. If we get 2 center backs in January, he can move him probably out of the firing line. But it feels like he's moved Sanchez out of the firing line. That's already kind of enough, because if he moves Dyer out of the firing line, all that's left is Tanganga. Tanganga doesn't really want to be here, and Conte doesn't really trust him either. So again, it's just more situations where people don't really choose to realize all the limbs and all the limbs that Conte has tied behind his back. The choices that you think he might have, he really doesn't have. He does not have a lot of choices available to him. And he has to also continue to work with these players that have let him down in this sort of manner. And he has to sort of face them the next week and try to make it work again. And people don't give him any sort of credit for that.
Here's the thing, Jack. Most people play FIFA Football Manager. Guarantee you the first thing they do is sell them guys off and go and bring in world-class players. Guarantee you.
Let me know if you're playing with them the whole season.
I think you're the only one that does, Jack. I'll be honest. Maybe Ben from We Are Tottenham TV. He loves it too.
Dark Sun G, I hope that there are no Tongi, Deli, and Winks fans thinking, oh, look, without them, we lost. Unlike last year, we drew. Our midfield was way, way better today. Yeah, I really hope. If anybody reached that sort of level of delusion, Dark Sun G, I'd certainly think, I
take my title of #1 deluded Spurs fan, to be honest. I'd quite gladly give it to them.
The midfield was not the problem today. Just simply wasn't. It wasn't even like, even if we wanted to point out a poor performance from like Basuma, like maybe we had in the past, Basuma was grand today. Genuinely was fine. Like, was actually more progressive, wasn't making as many sideways passes as I thought he was in other games, was also winning the ball back for us, returning and getting that ball retention back from us. Højbjerg, I don't think was nearly as effective as he was in other games, but did he really lose us the game or play poorly enough to lose us the game? Absolutely not. And Bentancur, another sensational performance from Bentancur. The midfield was not the problem today. Dark Sunji, you're absolutely right. And it'd be sad if someone were to label it on them when we all know where it just simply needs to be put. And it's sadly, again, after a few games now, if not more than a few games now, we find ourselves pointing the fingers at that defense, Dark Sunji. And I hope we're not pointing it at the midfield. Big up, my man. Dan Coys, the fouls inside and outside the box are so inconsistent. Foul in the box, not given, but given outside the box. This is, as David said, is why VAR was brought in to take out the human error. I also don't understand, though, Dan, that there have been decisions this season, like against Liverpool, Arsenal versus Liverpool. Referee on the field decided to give the penalty. What was it? The Thiago Jesus, right? Penalty? When the referee somehow thought that Thiago must have clipped Jesus there, because Jesus is actually a player that acts like he gets shot when he does get taken down on the penalty, to be fair to him. So I wish Lucas had maybe done that today, because I guess we probably would have earned a penalty if he'd maybe taken a page out of Jesus's book. But to Dan, like, it feels like, though, VAR, as I was watching that game, I'd be like, all right, well, they're going to step in here. That's just the most blatant dive I've ever seen. The man acted like he was shot there. I even made the joke that Jesus that game made more of an effort for that penalty than he did when supposedly people thought he had a concussion. Like, when he apparently had a concussion on the field, he actually went down with less ferocity than he did for the VAR. And it just sort of showed that VAR, even when they have the opportunity to step in and tell the referee, listen, you got this one wrong, we're going to take it back. They don't even do that anymore. They used to do that, and now I don't even think they're doing that anymore. Feels like there's some sort of referees union where now the VAR is only going to give penalties that maybe are like impossible for the referee to really see on it by himself, like very microscopic sort of, decisions that wouldn't be seen with the human eye. Those are the only things they'll either give right now for VAR, or if it's a blatant miscall by the ref on the field, VAR won't even step in anymore. Like with the De Bruyne decision, Dave. Like, again, it's just, we're finding ourselves where they won't even step in to even make, a correction to a mistake, or when it's also even just the opportunity just to tell the ref, hey, take a pause here. We're going to take a look at that because it looks like you got that one wrong. And it looks like we're going to have to take a moment just to look at it. Just give us a moment to look. Even if they think he got it right, just give us a moment to look. We don't even get that either. It's just so frustrating. And the inconsistency of it is where we also find ourselves, Dan, really frustrated. Is I think we would love to be the recipients of the VAR decisions that Arsenal have been given this season, the VAR decisions that Liverpool have been given this season, the VAR decisions Man City have been given this season. We would love to be the recipients of that, but we have not been the recipients of that at any stage this season. To nowhere near the same frequency, And that's where, Dan, we're starting to feel hard done by, and we're starting to feel like it is 12 against 11 every game now. And even in Champions League, it's become this way too, I'll be honest. And I know I've become deluded, but I don't really care. I really don't. It's gotten so frustrating that I don't blame even the referee for losing. I don't think I really have in any of these games, but it feels like we do have to mention it. And it's not even me mentioning it. It's other fans mentioning it every single game as well. So a lot of the fans feel like every single game we find ourselves saying similar things about the referee. Even if he didn't end up costing us the game entirely, he still didn't make it any easier on us. And why can't we get a referee for once, like other maybe big teams do, that do make it easier on them, that do give them that decision that maybe they don't deserve or whatever it may be? It just feels like Spurs are a team that never gets a decision.
I keep telling people, comes down to the style of football we play, Jack. You play better football, you'll get them decisions because they want to encourage you to play a certain way. And I'm just going to end on this. I'm not even going to go into it today, but it was brought in by corrupt people. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Work it out from there.
Dark Sun G saying, tequila, I do need some Spurs therapy, my man. You're absolutely right. I think I've driven myself mad here, my man. Tequila, pick up, my man. Probably need a bit of that as well. Dark Sun G saying, if we want defenders who can take Sanchez and Dyer's place in the Premier League, we should go for Ayer from Brentford, Konsa from Villa, Anderson from Palace, Cher from Newcastle, Thiago tackle, injured Kane. That he was gone for a month at least.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He left one in on Kane. Yeah, he was. He was out for a while after it.
And there wasn't even, was there a controversial tackle about it as well? Was it, maybe a high boot or something?
Yeah, I think it was high. Yeah, it was high. Yeah, look, do you know what? I'm just going to concentrate on the part I want to concentrate on, to be honest, which is the defenders. Because I think
right here, Dave, he's saying we have our choices of maybe Premier League sort of kind of veterans here, or at least maybe experienced. Ayer, Brentford, Konsa, Villa, Anderson, Palace, Cher, Newcastle. I think Cher has been sort of turned into a much better player. He's always been very good on the ball, I would say, Fabian Cher, but he actually has a clanger in him too, I would say, defensively. Anderson, I think, is easily the best out of all those. Dark Sun G, I've never been actually that, I don't mind actually Ezri Konsa. Do I think he's good enough for Spurs? Probably not, but I don't mind him. I would actually say at any of those, I'd probably say Joachim Anderson, certainly, especially because he is more like an Eric Dyer, kind of mold, shape, everything about him is kind of Eric Dyer-ish, but he's just much better. He has a much better pass on him. He does love a nice long ball, a nice, ball over the top, a nice ping, like kind of Moon Boots does. But compared to Moon Boots, he actually gets it on the dime, and he does actually show a bit more composure on the ball than him. So I think Joachim Anderson would be for me if any of those choices, Dark Sun G. But can we get two Premier League defenders? That I don't think so. I think we're probably getting in likely two players outside the Premier League. If anything, I'd be shocked if we were to get a fellow Premier League defender into the door, especially like a Joachim Anderson. But I'd be relieved if we did, especially a guy like that who probably wouldn't take a lot of time to adjust.
I think Joachim Anderson would definitely help us in terms of on the ball. I think he's reliable defensively in terms of aerially as well. But, still go and get Bastoni, and have proper competition for places. You've got Romero there. Who else could you go? Go get Skriniar. We could have made a deal for De Ligt if we, instead of letting them go to Bayern Munich on challenge. For me, go and get the very best, because the very best deliver you success, because that's the reason why they're the very best. So for me, and look, then you can bring in somebody like Anderson, but I don't even want these guys to be back up any longer. I just want them gone, because we're going to get injuries. They're going to have to step in, and they're going to do the same shit again. They have never proven to be reliable. 1 year out of 7, 8, 9 years in some cases, not good enough. Get them gone. I don't even want them as backup anymore. I just don't. I can't take it. I just can't. Like, we go into every game, it's like, what one is going to turn up today? And they're obviously going in going, oh, please, I've put a euro to light a candle in the church. I've prayed. I've done this. Please say I have a good performance today. They don't even know what one of them is going to turn up. Just get them gone altogether. I've lost all patience. Oh, maybe they can do a job backup. This is the problem. People said Sanchez could do a job backup. Now Conte's done with him. He doesn't want him. He's absolutely useless. He can't do it. These guys come in. They cause errors, cause mistakes. I don't want it anymore. Just get the clown squad gone. Out.
He also says choices of Soyuncu, Robin Koch, or Godfrey. None of those three. I hate to say it, Dark Sunday. I think Robin Koch is the shakiest out of all of the Leeds defenders. I think Godfrey is the shakiest out of all of them. And I think Soyuncu is the shakiest out of all of them. If any sort of like nerdy sort of Premier League defender that maybe people wouldn't sort of suggest, I would say Max Kilman. I've always been a big fan of Max Kilman. Maybe take someone like that away from a Wolves, but I wouldn't take any of those three to either, Dark Sunji. But it really has reached that bad though, where like when you said Joe Gomez, I know Joe Gomez has made mistakes this season, but I genuinely have found myself like, is he really that much shakier than Eric Dyer or Sanchez? I don't think he is. And it's reached that sort of stage, Dark Sunji, but we do need to be thinking about better. But those three defenders, are they as shaky as those two I just mentioned, Sanchez and Dyer? Probably just as shaky in some cases.
You wouldn't say
really not that much shakier. Not that much shakier. That's how bad we've got, Dark Sunji. So if anything, you're probably proving a point. You're probably just proving a point that they would still be improvements ultimately. Jory saying Basuma, Bentancur, and Perisic all were great. I agree, Jory. And like this was said before, it feels like these sort of mistakes, this sort of scoreline, these sort of capitulations, these self-inflicted errors override, and they will maybe overshadow the good performances that were out there on the pitch today. From Perisic again, let's be honest, Perisic, another okay performance I thought from him. I actually thought he played well. He just could have probably finished one of the chances.
I thought Perisic had a very good game today, Jack.
He just could. My only frustration is he probably could have finished maybe one of those chances that he was.
He's unlucky. Look, he hit the woodwork, hit the crossbar. Yeah,
that's
he should
true.
be going in.
It's not like he missed clear wide. It's not like he missed. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, hitting the bar, hitting the post is ultimately close enough. You could say it means you don't get the benefit of the bounce, sort of thing. But Jory, to prove my point, or sorry, not to prove my point, just to get back to it, is that I just feel like these sort of good performances you mentioned here, Basuma, Bentancur, Perisic, and probably others as well, all just overshadowed by that sort of individual mistake in that backline. The backline just they'll overshadow the good performances and the hardworking performances that might have been out there from other players, and it feels unfair to them. It really does.
I think the biggest overshadows. Yeah, I think Perisic. I think he done very well today, but I think the likes of Basuma and Bentancur be looking at Dyer with hatred across that dressing room today. Because Jack, we come out of there with a draw. Everyone's talking about Bentancur and Basuma today. You go back, we're literally forgetting how many moments in tight spaces they maneuvered the ball, shifting it with left and right foot to wiggle out of it, get us going. They were absolutely unbelievable today, the two of them, in tight spaces, on the ball, in terms of winning it back. They were phenomenal, and everybody should be talking about them.
They won't
but
be.
Unfortunately, with the clown squad, we're not.
Yeah, no, they won't be. Fan show later, everybody. I've now seen a couple comments about it. I apologize. Just trying to get through this as best I can, and also just trying to get our say on it. But there will be a fan show later. It's not too late for us. We will be around for it, so don't you worry, everybody. Fan show will be later if you are looking out for that. I'm also putting in the link, everybody, for those that do want to grab that membership in case they want to come on. Grab that fan show membership specifically if you do want to come on. That's where the link goes out to everybody. Dark Sun G with another super chat here saying, I wish we went for Ben Mee and Tarkovsky. Yeah, veterans, of the Premier League. Yeah, absolutely right there. When it comes to Ben Mee, he's absolutely taken very well to the bright lights of London, Dark Sun G. So it seems like he probably could have made that move to maybe a Tottenham. He was able to make that move from a Burnley to a Brentford to the bright lights, and maybe he could have done with the bright lights of North London. Tarkovsky, I feel like, is better than Eric Dyer, especially defensively, a lot better than Eric Dyer. I don't think he's that great on the ball, actually, though, Tarkovsky. I think we would find ourselves with maybe similar problems with him on the ball, but he is ultimately not going to give away goals like Dyer did today. I've never seen Tarkovsky make an error like that with just blatantly giving the team a goal in that sort of situation, especially Ben Mee. Ben Mee is probably a bit of an underrated player. I think, if anything, you're probably right about that, especially when it comes to a leader in the back line. A lot of people have spoke about leaders in the back line. Certainly those two can be given that sort of label. And then Michael, member for 7 months, fan show today, boys. Yes, sir, Michael. There will be one. Absolutely, my man. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to recover from this, Michael. I'm not exactly sure an exact time we can deliver it to you, but like, don't wait too long, my man. We'll put it out there for you, and we'll be there for you. Pick up, brother. Dark Sun G as well. Dyer swap with Ayer and Sanchez swap for Kilman or Anderson. Yeah. To be fair, Anderson, I think you're probably just gonna have to buy outright. I don't even know if Crystal Palace is stupid enough to take a Sanchez off our books, but I would love to have actually Anderson. If I actually had the choice between those, Darks and G, I would take Kilman and Anderson. I'd actually take both of those guys. I think Kilman is really, again, a bit underrated, and I think Anderson is a player that a lot of Spurs fans do like, and sort of feel like could make that move over here, and I feel like he easily could, and he has sort of similar, how would I say it, physical attributes, just a similar look to Eric Dyer, but it's just way better than Eric Dyer in every single manner. So absolutely, Dark Sun G. But Dave, any kind of final words, any kind of final talking points? I know absolutely drained and defeated, but any kind of final words, Harris Army here?
You know what, Jack? I'm just fed up of the same shit, man. I'm just bored of it, fed up, tired of it. Liverpool fans texting me, bantering about Eric Dyer. I'm like, please, I don't even want the guy here. It's like, I'm just absolutely fed up with it, Jack. For me, can't keep burying our head in the sand. We've got to make sure that as fans, our number one priority this summer transfer window or this January transfer window is getting a defender in here that can help a Romero, that can help a Langley, and then in the summer shift them out and get guys in here because they're holding the club back. And what I would say, fans, is don't let them, the players that are holding this club back, affect your support for this club. Still love this club. One day they'll be gone, and this club will be able to move forward. Look, a decent second half, we went for it. I thought we were a better team, but unfortunately, same old clown squad ruins my Sunday.
Well, everybody, same old clown school ruining your Sunday. Maybe a little concession. It wasn't a Saturday. If it were, it'd be the same performance on a Saturday. At least the weekend's almost over, but not a good way to end it. Certainly not a good way to go into work tomorrow. We're going to try to pick ourselves up from it. From at least what you do know from this channel is that we do analyze these performances. We do take a look at them. We're going to have a fan show later for people to have their say. We're also going to have some debate shows coming up next week as well, where we're going to dissect the performances as well. Take a look at that. Another fan show tomorrow. So if you aren't able to make the fan show tonight, certainly able to come to the one tomorrow and have your say. If tonight doesn't work out for you either, so please, everybody, do stick by this channel no matter the results, because we'll continue to go after it. We'll continue to look at it no matter how it goes and no matter how we feel about it. But I think on our way out, please smash that like button if you did enjoy it at any stage. Just come on, you Spurs. And for me, at least, Dave, and Conte, I trust. And I know it's 50-50 at this stage, but for me, it's still Conte, I trust.
No, 100%. Look, come on, you Spurs. The love and support will never die. I'm fully 100% Conte, I trust. Not on him today.
Alrighty, everybody. Well, we'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you later for the fan show, everybody. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.